Sorry.
What the hell,
We got
Max?
I don't know. We got a hot one tonight. There's lots of topics, lots of things to discuss. I've had a busy day. If you would be so kind, we are watching multi-streaming on the Kingdom of Nerds. Shaved, got cleaned up after I was working at my parents hard. And then I'm selling stuff on eBay tonight. My wife gave the go ahead to get rid of some of the more plushies. Look what I
Nice.
found. I might keep this one. What? E.T.
Was that your first personal fleshlight?
Why would you? There's nothing there. No, there's nothing. I love this E.T. I got this in Universal Studios.
Nice. If you guys could be so kind to open a separate window for Kingdom of Nerds and you can watch both streams. I like both streams.
Look at this Star Trek Build-A-Bear.
Ooh.
I have some. I don't want to push this on people, my friends, but the reason I'm selling stuff right now is my dental bill's pretty high, higher than expected. I got it in the mail, and my wife's like, "Oh, my tooth's starting to hurt." I'm like, "Oh gosh, that means I'm gonna have to go back there," and they're gonna be like, "Oh man." So this is a 50th anniversary Star Trek bear with that. And then I have Pokemon exclusive Build-A-Bears.
So if anyone's interested in his Build-A-Bears and plushies, please hit him up on X.
No, I think I'm gonna list them tonight. Look, there's Squirtle and whatever. I don't know. What are they called? Whatever.
Bulbasaur?
Bulbasaur, yes. Yeah.
God,
and then I was this close to getting. We have a lot of My Little Pony Build-A-Bears, and I was like, "Are you sure you want me to get?" Are you well, there was a time when my wife and my nieces were really into My Little Pony. And I was like, "Are you sure you wanted me to give her them?" And she was like, "Yeah." And then she started looking at them like she's like, "No." And I'm like, "Oh, I got them all out." And then she changed her mind. Hey Joe, how's it going?
Hey.
How's it going? Oh no, you sound sad and tired.
No, I'm all right.
Okay. You're already here to counteract my hot takes and predictions.
Well, we were on Perp Stream and I saw your headline and I said, "Has the Ray movie really been delayed or is this a clickbait?" And the general consensus seemed to be it was probably a clickbait. So we're here to see.
Who says that?
Everybody.
What?
Because we couldn't find one legit article that said this.
I put a question mark there.
Is there a question mark?
Yeah. I put a question mark. Yes. Oh yeah. Look at these. I know we got some. Hold on. I got some. I'm gonna have to list these on eBay unless someone DMs me quick. Let me put me on full screen. Hold on a second. Right. I don't like this because I have a huge dentist bill and my wife's tooth is starting to hurt. So that's why I'm going crazy listing on stuff on eBay. These are exclusive Build-A-Bear. I don't know if this one still has the tag. Very well kept Pokemon with all kinds of outfits.
Nice.
Look at this. Going for a reasonable price. If no one wants them, I'm putting them on eBay. A Bulbasaur. Is this Flareon or something?
Flareon. Why do I know Pokemon?
It's Squirtle, and I don't know where the Pikachu is. And then here's 2 exclusive cards as well that were Build-A-Bear. If no one, you're not going to offend me if you're not interested. If you are interested, hit me up on Twitter DMs.
Yep.
If you're interested. Otherwise, I'm going to list them because I need some fast influx of cash for a dentist bill. You know, I had a dentist problem at the end of last year that was very expensive. And I was eventually going to deal with it. And then my wife's like, my tooth's starting to hurt. I'm like, oh no.
Maybe you should sell that 007 up there behind you.
It's PAL exclusive. I got it for a cheap price because it plays.
Ah.
So you're saying James Bond is your pal?
If anyone's interested in the Star Trek Build-A-Bear 50th anniversary,
Can you give the audience a general price range for some of these things?
look at what it is on eBay. Give me an offer. I'm gonna. If not, if I don't hear anything from tomorrow, I'm gonna list them. I'm taking pictures tonight. I'm not selling them for $1 each, RJ. You got to be crazy. So, Anthony Beltry says, sold those, make some money so you can make steel books. I'll send you the link, Anthony, but please, you're very passionate. Do not ruin the clip outs with swearing, because YouTube has, and that's, I'm not trying to be offensive to you. People like to use flow free with their language, but YouTube destroys that, especially when you clip out the shorts. The shorts get like 10 views if there's any swearing in it, and it makes it harder for me. And I don't edit. Brian, you know what Brian did to me last night? He's like, just edit it out. I'm like, do you realize who you're talking to? I don't. If I want to remix or put on a short there, I don't want to spend time editing out stuff, you know.
Lazy.
$5.99. Is that what you're offering for Pokemon? That's going to be more expensive to ship it to Canada. CGH.
Pokemon.
He's offering $5.99 Canadian.
Yeah.
So yeah, entire collection of VHS tapes.
Listen, the tooth thing was unexpected. I take good care of my teeth. It's just my teeth have been gone. As soon as I got 40, they started, you know, hey, perp. I see they're both waiting. Look at Joe and Perp just waiting for me. They're just waiting for the title.
Grin.
I like the thumbnail, Max.
Oh,
can't wait to hear about it.
You're here to debunk.
I said can't wait to hear about it.
I have sold retro video games. I've sold limited run games. Did
you sell Pong?
No, I
don't have a bong.
That's a retro.
No, I've never had a bong.
Yeah, many times.
What about Asteroid?
I might. Perp lost his. Hold on, what is this?
What?
Perp lost his mind with jealousy earlier today. What's that mean?
What'd you do, Perp?
Oh, I was watching the Yaira trailer.
What's wrong with that?
No, I'm jealous. And exactly. It was so good. I was jealous. I'll never be able to make something.
Is that sarcasm?
Good. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Hey, he's.
I was asking Zeno to explain a part to me, and he completely malfunctioned, and now he's triggered.
He malfunctions quite often.
So always explain what this means. He's like,
always.
I like when Zeno malfunctions.
Oh no, I don't. No, all he's been doing is throwing shade at me in my show. He says my channel's dying. One night he ended the call, and he's like, "No one watches your stuff anymore. Just throw the mask on and do what you used to do because you're boring me."
Oh wow!
Oh man, he's brutal. He once said my episode,
and that's a friend.
That really hurt.
No, he is my friend. He's one of my harshest friends. He does not play kid. I laugh at him. He does not play kid gloves with me either. That's what he tells me all the time. Hey Chris, how's it going?
Max, I'm sorry, I didn't see that.
Man, I was just already in a 7-hour stream with this guy. Now I gotta deal with him here. Come on.
I did not see the link, Bruce, guys. I'm sorry, I didn't see the link.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're getting to the main topic, and I'm expecting. I know a lot of this panel. And please thumbs up the video. All right, I would really appreciate it. Right. So we have announcement.
Right. Remember, gentlemen, short control burst when we're attacking Max. Crazy Joe. Get set, ready. Short control burst, man.
I feel a battle coming. I feel it.
Star War.
I put a question. What is this background? background. I don't like this background.
That is boner.
Oh, no. I'm deleting that right now.
I knew what it was right away.
Oh my god.
I knew what it was right
away. He just gave Anthony Beltry the speech about like not having to.
I always like that
come
background.
on. Settle down, everyone.
Background. I've always liked this one. It's soft on the eyes. And
I do. This is my favorite. I like this one.
I forgot to send the code to Anthony. I'm sorry. Hold on, let me.
And Brian, I was just talking to Brian backstage. He was like, "Oh, we got to go. They're calling for us." And I looked at Bruce, and it's like in all capitals. Where are you? I didn't see the link. I didn't see it.
I don't know if is that working, Anthony. I'm sorry if I offended you. Come back. I love you though, bro. So get on here.
Offending? What are you? What we got? Snowflakes on the panel?
Yeah, Anthony doesn't really get offended. But if he is, fuck him. I'm just kidding, Anthony.
No cursing.
Anthony, I'm just kidding.
No cursing.
I gotta watch my cursing. Everyone's gonna
okay,
watch
but aren't we past the? Okay.
Are we all Battlestar Galactica fans here?
Just the
new one, the newer one. Sorry, the 2004 one.
The 2004 one, yeah.
Or Kirsten Mandarin like Firefly.
No cursing, and Joe, please watch the random boners, please.
Yeah. And if I get out of pocket, let me know.
If you want to stop that,
I do not curse. I do not.
Yes, you do.
You got no proof.
Not this time. He's saying it to himself. He's hyping himself up.
You and Blue Jay. I love Blue Jay, but I got to talk to him. Blue Jay's like lets a lot of F-bombs go too.
Good.
I haven't noticed Blue Jay doing that. That's weird. I never noticed that.
I don't mean to though. It's just
I'm gonna start paying attention to what Blue Jay talks. Not that
all
I
right.
don't, but
I'll start this out by saying whether Joe wants to admit it or not, the movie industry likes to announce stuff that does not always happen. Okay? It doesn't. They like to announce stuff and they don't always, most of the time, that you don't get an official canceled or put on the back burner. It's just what, if a director's hot, they get lots of opportunities, things move forward. And whether we like it or not, and I did my due diligence, Perp knows this.
Obey should bring my name up in this.
Yes, I will.
Don't co-sign that, Perp.
No, the Ray movie announcement with Obey Chinoy, whether you want to support her or not, it made a lot of press. It was controversial, even if you don't agree that it should be controversial, okay? It was, and not for the good reasons before film was even started rolling. I do not think Disney wants another culture war issue right now. I really don't.
I don't think Disney cares. They just.
I do think they care. I do think they care. No, I think we need a little bit more nuance here, Bruce.
Iger just.
We can't be saying this stuff does not affect box office because it's starting to affect box office and profits.
I didn't say it didn't affect box office.
What was the biggest movie of the year?
What
was the biggest movie of the year? Last year?
Barbie.
So it doesn't affect box office.
One occasion where it's progressive and that didn't come out before the Barbie movie didn't come out that it was actually Grace did a good job covering this. Grace what?
Brand new controller, dude. Stick drift already. Son of a bitch.
Sorry.
I'm sure I see.
Sounds like a switch.
I see Brian was really all ears when I was saying, please people stop swearing so I don't.
Oh, my bad.
I mean, that's the Xbox for you. Those controls are terrible.
Did you just get it?
I bought it like 2 months ago. I bought it on Christmas.
Well, return it. There's got to be a warranty, at least like 3 months or something, 90 days.
It's 30 days with
Walmart
is, I think, 30.
Walmart's the best at returning. Just go return that stuff. Do you have the receipt?
They'll let you switch it up, Brian. Yeah.
He doesn't keep receipts. He throws that stuff out the same day.
This is the reason why PlayStation
controllers
are
the best. Walmart. What am I, a boomer? Take it to Walmart and say it doesn't work, and say, "Where's your receipt?" Well, I lost it. And don't say how long ago it was. If it's within 3 months, just say, "I just want to exchange it for a new one." All right.
Well,
okay, go ahead, Bruce. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Brian interrupted me with his swears.
You're welcome.
Okay. So, Barbie whether people say it was extremely progressive, but like Grace said, the marketing really didn't put a strong focus on that.
Okay.
And then people found out in the theater, and it still did good. Yes, there are occasions where progressive stuff makes a lot of money.
Yes,
but all the press with the Ray movie. Go ahead.
And it was connected. It was connected.
Know your audience. Know your audience. I'll say it again. Know your audience. Barbie knew its audience.
There were tons of videos going after Barbie before it was released, and after the first weekend, they stopped and they went after Indiana Jones.
Yeah, and that's the same thing with the previous Ray movies. We saw we saw how many angry YouTube videos did we see about The Last Jedi? Second highest grossing Star Wars movie ever made.
I think, but okay.
The levels.
Okay, Joe. Okay, hold on though. You just released a video talking about people going after Madam Web ahead of time.
Right.
Hurts cinema. Now, you can't have it both ways, man. It either hurts cinema or Barbie was the biggest movie ever. So cinema's not being hurt by this.
How are the two connected? How are the two connected?
You're saying
what does A have to do with B?
Notions towards the Barbie movie didn't hurt it. You're saying you're using that as an example of how popular Barbie was and how that kind of stuff don't hurt.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that
because it knew its audience.
Yeah, I'm saying the quote unquote culture war doesn't affect movies. Audiences, no, it doesn't. That Barbie proved it doesn't. The previous Ray movies proved it doesn't.
And Madam Web wasn't a victim of culture; it was a victim of a bad trailer.
Right.
A lot of these movies, the Marvels, all this stuff, they're victims of bad marketing.
You've got these guys out there that are saying things like, "Oh, the Ray movie's going to bomb. The Ray movie's going to bomb."
Okay, can we be nuanced enough to realize that the amount of stuff about the Ray movie in Obeyed Shinoy was pretty intense for one of the culture war issues.
For the
few
people
vocal people on
no, not a few.
The general audience didn't care about that.
The point is, nobody cares about that.
Yeah, they don't care about
I
that.
think
they don't care about Ray. They don't care about Ray and his new director.
I think you're making a mistake if you say nobody cares.
But they don't.
The general audiences
box office
don't know about a Ray movie.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. All I'm saying is it made a lot of noise, and you may be saying a vocal minority. I don't think that. I think a lot of people had issue with the Obeyed Shinoy without doing the research. Without doing the research on the director, whatever. And I did the research, and I think she could. I did. I did eventually.
The research and sent it to you.
Okay. Yes. And I watched the documentary. She's very. Even with watching the documentary, her comments did not land well with a lot of people. Whether you think it's fair that people were upset with her comments or not, they were upset with her comments, and it made a lot of noise.
Whether she said that shit a year ago or not, it's going to piss people off.
Yes. So
I was in that camp. I got no argument with Purple over this shit.
No, so I just don't think.
Want to do it again, Chris? Right here.
No,
I don't.
Bigger audience.
I don't think Disney wants another cultural movie, and I do feel like where I'm getting with this with the Patty Jenkins stuff. I don't think the Ray movie's ready. It's had a troubled production, just like Blade, with the writers being replaced a few times. And then you get the bad press before it even starts filming.
Well,
I do know Kathy wants a female director, and the Patty Jenkins thing. I feel is no, I haven't. I said this is speculation. I feel like
now you add that.
Yes, I feel that Rogue Squadron, now that it's starting to get some traction again, will take the place of the Ray movie release schedule. Now, I'm not saying it's going to Ray movie's never going to happen, but I feel
the priority. The Ray movie's the priority.
Think so
no, it is. It absolutely is, and I'll tell you why. And it's
why they shelf it. Why they shelf it?
They didn't shelve it. They didn't shelve it.
It's
pretty simple. The Ray movie's their priority, and it's logical because Bob Iger is going back to the hits. They haven't had. They've had a hard run of things under the Chapek era, and what did he do when he came in? He said, "We're doing Toy Story 5. We're doing Frozen 3. We're doing Zootopia 2. We're doing the Ray movie. What was one of the last billion-dollar movies before COVID? Rise of Skywalker. Love it, hate it. It made over $1 billion. Bob Iger's taken them back to their hit factory, the things that brought in cash. And also, and this is not insignificant, do not write this off because it is major. Disney put a lot of money into major theme park attractions on both coasts that are centered around the sequel trilogy and those characters. Rey is a walk-around character in the parks. She is a major character in the Rise of the Resistance
Finn as
ride.
well, yeah.
So it is in Disney's best interest to keep that character in the public eye because they have invested a lot of money into that character.
Okay, and to get it done right, which I don't think it's ready yet. I don't think the script. Daisy Ridley just said, "Okay."
Yeah, they don't have a script yet.
What's the news about Patty Jenkins today?
That she announced that she's still working on a Rogue Squadron movie. That was all.
She said she's back.
Well,
she's back to work.
What else?
She's back to work.
She's back to work after the strike. After the strike ended, they Lucasfilm contacts her and hey, you want to work again because you don't have anything because Wonder Woman 3 got canceled by James Gunn and Warner Brothers. So would you like to work again at your movie that you're trying to do 3 years ago? And she's like, sure. So I actually would like to see that movie.
I think that this Patty Jenkins project they want to have movies year after year and not have such big gaps like they've been having with movies. Yeah. I think they need everything on all the burners at once. Whatever's ready to go, they're just going to put it out. And I don't think they're pushing anything to the side, delayed anything, because we don't even have release dates for any of the Ray projects. Have they announced a release date?
I feel
they announced based on the Mandalorian release date, which that's in 2025.
I told everyone this is going to happen.
No, 2026.
What?
Yeah.
I've been saying for a while, everything's getting pushed back for like a year and a half. For the next year and a half, we're going to be hearing this stuff about things getting pushed back, and like this was always going to happen.
It happened,
especially for the bigger movies. It happened with Batman. Yeah.
There's been a trouble production with Ray before it even started filming with changing hands a few times.
I wouldn't say there's a trouble production at all. Yes. They're working on the script. That's every movie.
They changed the writers a few times already.
Same writer's still working on it.
No, not the original writer. It was like
Steven.
Well, you talking about Damien Lindelof. Yeah, he was gone a long time ago. Yeah.
He was only on it for like a week.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
No, not just a week.
He was.
That sounds about Lindelof though. He just comes in, does some rewrites,
and now he's doing stuff for James Gunn. Yeah, he's done.
And then you get
the Peaky Blinder guy, which he's good.
Before the Ray shit was ever announced, Lindelof and Weiss were supposed to get a trilogy, and they stepped away from Kathleen Kennedy for some reason. And then Rian Johnson still trying to say he's getting his trilogy, and we know that ain't happening.
No,
and Taika Waititi was making a joke that people are going to hate his movie, and then he's like, "I'm nowhere near it." Taika Waititi was making all kind of jokes that doesn't seem like his.
Everybody takes this too serious.
No, I agree with both sides to an extent, but I'm just saying, look, is it as fucked up over? I'm sorry, I'm cussing. Is it as messed up over there as Warner Brothers right now and the DC stuff? No. But if you think there's no problems at Disney, and Iger comes out and says we're not doing this, and we've canceled a bunch of other stuff, bro, there's problems over there.
What problems at DC? Everything seems to be smooth sailing over there right now.
Talking about the previous DC.
Yeah, the Hamada.
Okay, the previous, right now, they seem to have gotten their house in order, from what we can tell.
Warner Brothers was a wreck. They might have it fixed now because but yeah.
All right. Well,
I've fixing the house. Really,
I feel like that you're only going to have certain Star Wars movies in production right away. They're not going to start pumping out 4 or 5 productions. I feel like Rogue Squadron would be a good one to take place of the Ray movie till it's ready to film.
I was bummed when I found out
I'm
Patty
saying
wasn't
don't
gonna
be
do it.
surprised. Yeah, and
I think the
I'm ready
Ray
for a
movie
Patty
is-
Jenkins redemption arc.
I am too.
I think the Ray movie is further along than the Patty Jenkins project.
Yeah, and the Patty Jenkins movie. I mean, if anything, this proves the Rian Johnson trilogy is happening, because the
proves it.
Because people have been going like, oh no, they canceled that. They canceled that. No, they didn't say they canceled that. They said it's on the back burner. Oh, that's code for they canceled.
They said they're too busy.
I was right, because the Patty Jenkins project was not dead. After
Listen, I like Patty Jenkins. I think
it was back burner, Joe, for a little bit.
Yeah, it was back burner, not dead. Same thing with Rian Johnson.
With the Patty thing,
Joe, you're splitting hairs, man. You're splitting hairs, man.
I'm just saying, I'm right again.
I mean,
Hashtag Crazy Joe's right.
Joe's a huge fan.
I was gonna say,
you got a super
Joe's
chat,
like a
Max.
barber.
With the Patty project, I think there's a good premise. Like you have star pilots, and it's like Top Gun. It's like Top Gun, which I want it.
I want it.
We have a super chat that we want to acknowledge. Thank you, Tony. Movie Chappie District 9 Neil Blomkamp fan. $9.99. I appreciate that.
Jesus Christ, long ass.
And then I also want to get everyone else's response as to my big speculation is that Rogue Squadron is going to move forward with the Rey movie till it's ready to film. And yes, Rey is an important character. I'm not dismissing her character altogether. I'm saying you want to get it done right. And just like the Blade movie has taken years and years to get it done right. And maybe instead of a Rey movie, they're gonna get it done right and just do 10, 11, and 12 instead of just the Rey movie. I easily see them, instead of just calling it the Rey movie, just go to 10, 11, and 12.
I mean, we know the movie.
If you're talking about money,
it's not going to be titled the Ray movie.
No, but
that'd be hilarious.
No, but they were
the Ray movie, a
basically
Star Wars story.
They were basically okay. Let me bring this down again.
Title New Jedi Order. That's been the working.
They were basically pitching it as just a Rey movie. I think it's going to be
That's
delayed. Here's my prediction. Yes, it's a working title, but they didn't say it was going to be another trilogy. If you're talking about what Joe is saying is go for the money, it would be another trilogy, do 10, 11, and 12, the Rey movie, instead of a Rey standalone.
I think it's going to be a trilogy anyway. I really do.
Of course it's a trilogy. Star Wars. They love trilogy.
No, they were not selling it like that, though. They were selling it like
a Solo or Rogue One.
Yes,
I would rather it be a standalone.
Well, a Star Wars Celebration. They say last year in Star Wars Celebration, they say you get in the James Mangold one, which that's about the first Jedi, which that's cool.
I say my big speculation would Rey be delayed until everything gets right. I don't think Sabine Janoy is going to stay on it. I'm sorry for mispronouncing her name, and turn it into a trilogy. Rogue Squadron take its place. And then before we get to the super chats and the milestone, what do you think of that? Let's see, Perp. What do you think of that speculation? Is that wild that I would suggest that based on the Go ahead, Perp. Or Perp's not ready. Chris, Brian, Anthony, what do you think? My speculation there. And then we'll get to Joe and Bruce again.
I think that's absolutely what happened. I really do. I think that they were like, okay, look, we're getting a lot of backlash. We need to get this out of the public eye.
Do you think if it's justified or not? That's a different conversation.
And let's polish this Rey movie and make sure it's right. I love Rey. Everybody loves Rey that I know. Okay. But what do we do in the meantime? We put Mandalorian out there and we give Patty back her movie, because everybody was bummed when they found out Patty wasn't going to be able to do it because of scheduling conflicts. Everybody wants Rogue Squadron. That just sounds great to me. I'm like super excited for another Patty Jenkins movie.
The plot sounds good.
Yeah. So I want it. And I think that look, okay, if we can't give them this right now, let's give them this. I absolutely think that's exactly what they're doing. And I think they might be extending it into a trilogy, and that's why they put it on the back burner.
Do you guys really want to see Steve Trevor and Rogue Squadron? Brought him back from the DC dead.
Oh, thank goodness.
Look, it's common sense.
Hello, everyone.
He does it every time. I love it.
Okay, look, Max, you're not wrong on one factor. It's common sense. No movie's going to be made if the script isn't ready yet. If it is, you've got a disaster on your hands. Clearly, the script isn't ready yet. Daisy Ridley said just last week she hasn't seen the script yet. Not terribly surprising either, because there was a long writer's strike. They need to make this movie great. This has to be a great movie. So I'm sure they want to have a fantastic script. So of course you're going to make the movie that is ready to go next. But I think the flaw in your logic is that Patty Jenkins just stepped back up and said, okay, I'm ready to start working on this movie. If she just stepped up, then I think it is likely her movie is less ready to go than the Ray movie is.
We don't know that for sure, though.
The
we
Ray
don't know
movie,
how much progress was made.
Yeah, but
we don't. I know that. Yes, I'm admitting that.
Right. So I don't know that it's the logic.
We really don't know which one's more progressed or not. We don't.
Right. But I would say it's more likely that the Ray movie is further along because they've been working on it longer.
I think Patty presented a treatment and they didn't go ahead with it, and that's what got backburnered. So we don't know. We honestly don't know.
Well, it was titled Rogue Squadron 84. That's why.
Yeah.
Brian, Voltaire.
No, I don't think Lucasfilm will ever make
Voltaire, to catch you up to speed here, there's been news about the Patty Jenkins. She says she's ready to do Rogue Squadron again. And I would take this one step further, that sometimes the industry does this, lets the director say it to see if it trends at all, to see the people's reactions. And then they might make decisions off that. I feel like, at least for the meantime, you're probably more likely going to see Rogue Squadron Patty Jenkins than the Ray movie. What do you think of this news, Voltaire? What's your speculation?
So it's a verified source then that Patty Jenkins said she's ready to get back.
Patty from herself.
She said it.
She's ready. Yeah.
She said in an interview in the podcast.
I think they're testing the waters to see how people are going to react to Patty Jenkins. It's it's all subjective, but do you think people are responding to more positive right now than the Ray movie with Abe Chinoy's comments? Whether you think they're justified or not, people are upset.
I got a better one. I got a better one. Can I do a better one? Do you think people are more positive with Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron after Wonder Woman 1984 versus this new?
No, they weren't. I'll be fair, Perp. Including myself, was not excited about Patty Jenkins, including probably Kathy herself after Wonder Woman 84 and the treatment she presented.
Patty hasn't done a movie.
But time has passed, though.
Yeah,
and
I
think more people were upset.
I just want to clarify. You said Patty said she's ready to work on it. Now, when you phrase it that way, it sounds like this is just Patty saying, "Hey, I'm ready to go. Give me a job." The actual
that's not what she said. She said, "I'm back to work. I'm back to work."
Yeah, yes, but that's not the way Max phrased it. She said she's ready to work.
I don't have the exact phrase here yet.
The article actually says she signed a new deal with Lucasfilm to write and direct Rogue Squadron. So this isn't just her.
She signed a new deal.
Hey, I want to do this.
Okay, I didn't know.
She's not doing a whole pitch again. She's not going back pitching this whole thing to get the job.
Yeah, I didn't know that because I was out doing stuff for my parents. I didn't see the actual quote. So that's awesome that she says she signed a new deal and I want to go back to work. And I do think
does that change? I'm sorry. Does that change your outlook on what you said earlier?
What?
The new information about her just signing a new deal. So she wasn't working on Rogue Squadron this whole time.
She's not starting from square one. You think she's starting from square one based on other work she did?
I don't know. Maybe
I don't think so.
You said that they rejected her treatment of the movie.
Yes.
So
I would be shocked if she did. I would be shocked. I would be shocked if she started completely from scratch.
I never heard that her treatment was rejected.
So I have the quote. It says, "So when I left Star Wars to do Wonder Woman 3, I thought maybe I'll come back to do Star Wars after Wonder Woman 3. So we did a deal for that to happen. Started a deal, but I thought I was doing Wonder Woman. When that went away, Lucasfilm and I were like, oh, we got to finish this deal. We finished the deal right as the strike was happening. So I now owe a draft of the Star Wars, and so we will see what happens there. You know, like who knows?
Yeah, they might not take it technically, right? They're owed a draft. That doesn't mean they're owed for them to make it.
But if she is working with Lucasfilm, this is also speculation. But you gotta think that Kathy and Lucasfilm gave the okay for her to make these comments public like this.
Yeah, I don't think she would say something like she hasn't said anything.
To say
in the
I'm
last
presenting
3 years
another
about it.
draft.
Do you think? I don't know
Yes.
if that. I mean, I don't know if agents ask other people, "Hey, my client's gonna make." I don't think that happens. I think people just sometimes say stuff. I don't know.
She said they have a deal, Perp. I mean, that's pretty.
I know,
solid.
but I don't think she needed the okay to do this interview. Like, she's not gonna ask Kathleen.
Yes.
No, she didn't
You
okay.
think?
She just like
Yes.
Okay.
I think Perp would know better. I think Perp would know
Ryan
better
Johnson
about
has
this.
not been
I mean,
working on
I
the
really
trilogy.
don't know, but I assume it's
geez,
like, yeah, that's
so
a little
long with
weird.
it.
It's like, I don't know.
You don't think Star Wars and Lucasfilm is very close with their interviews with their talent and what they can
She's
release?
just said she owes them a draft.
Come on,
Like, that's it.
Yeah, but look.
I'd
She
like to point
announced
out
the deal.
that
You don't think that her agent cleared it with Disney to say,
And
"Hey, is
Kathy,
she
yeah.
allowed to announce this deal?" She announced.
That's
the deal.
true. That's true, Voltaire.
Well,
Yeah.
look what happened.
Right.
I guess I was literally thinking
announced
she
his
called
deal.
Kathleen Kennedy. I was being an idiot. Like, in my
Oh
mind.
no.
What happened?
Yeah, it's their
I'd like
agent.
to point
You
out
might have.
that
I'm back as
CGH says
Superman.
Ryan
I have-
Johnson
Next
is
week he was
working on his
fired.
trilogy. He hasn't been working on his
Bruce.
trilogy. He said he's not going to start working on his trilogy till after
Yeah,
the
that's
third
right.
Knives Out movie.
I have experience as well, not just Perp, of working with companies with my wife's previous job, working with toy and doll companies. They're very close. They speak with you very close to what they want, what the announcements on all kinds of things she worked on.
Yeah, oh yeah, they have
Announcements
entire
for-
they have
So
entire
the-
PR team.
what you
Entire
could
PR
say, what
team.
you're allowed to
Yes.
say. Think about movie embargoes and stuff. What you could say even before the review embargo lifts out.
Well,
Of course,
wasn't
there's
it-
lots
well,
of stuff they were going to tell you that you can
Well,
and can't
If
say.
it's the same deal she made right when she was about to start Wonder Woman 3, and that deal didn't it expire right before
That never happened. That movie got canceled.
the writer's
It's done.
strike?
Yeah, that movie's done. The Wonder Woman 3?
So if she had the go ahead to announce it that she was making this movie before Wonder Woman 3 got canceled, I don't see why she wouldn't be allowed to say it now. That she has she owes them a draft and she's still attached.
Keep in mind, they never canceled this. This movie is people have
Something
wrongfully
happened with
reported-
it.
People wrongfully
But you see, this
reported
is why
that
it's
movie was
dangerous to do
canceled,
these
but it
type of-
never was canceled.
Not that it's dangerous, but this is why it's, I think, unethical to do this clickbait stuff, because I seem to remember that it was canceled, and I'm pretty sure it's because we were having these discussions with this, like, is it canceled ? And then I get into my memory that it was canceled, but that was just a
only thing I
rumor and
remember
discussion we
being-
were happening.
The only thing I remember being publicly said was that, like Max said, she did present a treatment and they didn't like it. They wanted
Or they wanted to work on
Yeah,
it more.
they
or
wanted
something
to
and come
work on it
back.
more.
Oh, okay.
And come back.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Publicly, they said that it was being put on the back burner because of scheduling conflicts, and
Yeah,
everybody took
scheduling
that as
conflict.
it's canceled. And I'm being along. They never said it was canceled.
I don't think they ever said it was canceled. We always thought it was on the
I
back
thought it
burner,
was
but
canceled, yeah.
But when they say stuff like that, you put it in your head. Well, most of the time when they say Star Wars has announced a lot of stuff that they never gave us.
But they actually did a video sizzle reel for this with Patty getting in a cockpit.
That was a big deal.
That's not just, that was significant. That was at a Star Wars Celebration, a sizzle reel with her getting in it, and then Wonder Woman 84 hit. Yeah, she's trying to negotiate for Wonder Woman 3. That fell through. So something, I believe something happened. Yeah.
I found the Variety article that Variety, if you want to believe Variety, okay?
Yeah.
They said that in September 2022, Disney pulled the title from its scheduled December 2023 release, and sources with knowledge of the production say it was no longer in active development at the studio.
See, there you
go. In December, Jenkins said in a statement that she was still developing Rogue Squadron, but I don't know if it will happen or not. So something happened.
Yes.
It's more than just conjecture.
You guys are making me second guess my
because they all think it's Kathleen Kennedy hater and that you're just full of
No, I remember it was a major trade. Yeah, there was something that happened with it, and I think everyone kind of understood that was also around the time that 84 got released too.
This was all during COVID.
Said in December.
Yes, it was.
I don't know if it's even going to happen. That's pretty significant. If
Patty COVID.
Not just because of COVID.
2022?
22. This was December 22. What are you talking about?
Perp, even if you liked Wonder Woman 84, Wonder Woman 84 reception was like that.
I agree with you.
Was like when Colin Trevorrow lost the third Star Wars sequel.
Yes, but so what?
No, not so what, Joe.
No, yes, so what? Because she also made
rid of people that
she made an Oscar-winning movie with monsters. She made Wonder Woman 1. So even if people didn't like one movie, that means you made 2 movies that everyone agrees are great. You make one movie that people don't like, and that means what? Your career's over now? You're unhireable now because you made one movie that people didn't like?
Did they fire? No, they just didn't move forward with it. It's like James Gunn.
It's like because she made one bad movie.
It's like what James Gunn says. I didn't fire. I just didn't hire you again. Like if they didn't move forward with it, it got backburnered is the easiest way to say it. Mm-hmm. There was articles surrounding it. In the Wonder Woman 84, even if you love it, that's great.
I didn't even understand.
Really did not like that movie.
I'm sorry, Max. I got confused when you said people were against you. I don't understand the sides, I guess. What are the arguments are? I thought we were all just having a discussion. Like what exactly is the problem? Well, where is the sides being drawn?
He said no. He didn't. That's not how he said it. He said
sorry.
All the conversation is making him like second
guess my memory. Sure. Yeah, well, I have memory problems to begin with, but it's making me second guess about Patty Jenkins' project getting backburnered a little bit.
Yeah. So look they've canceled. Lucasfilm Star Wars has announced several things and canceled them. Mm-hmm. They never made the step like that teaser trailer they did. To me, that was a big deal. That was like, oh, they're doing this. Like they presented that, they shot that, they put this director front and center. This to me was like, oh, this is happening.
That's definitely what expensive to do.
Exactly. That's like that's not just saying, hey, we're working on a project or Rian Johnson has a trilogy upcoming. Like, here's the director. Look at this cool thing she did, and it was good. It was well done. I liked it.
Yeah, but
it was on track to get done, and then they shelved it. Why they shelved it?
Don't forget what came out just a couple months ago. Just a couple months ago, it came out that Disney investor call, where that was presented, they said that Chapek was pressuring the heads of the various studios like Feige and Kathleen Kennedy
that was in a book,
to make announcements that weren't ready.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, that was presented at that call?
Part of it's because they got Star Wars Celebration and thirsty fans there, and they sold tickets. That's part of it too. Yeah. Let's get to the super chat here. I apologize. It's been a while. Tony, Movie Chappie, District 9, Neil Blomkamp fan, $9.99. The same with I have to research this Red Sonja the thing if the quote is actually said by the actress because people were running with this, and I don't know if she actually said anything.
Clue. I don't even know there was a new movie even coming.
Yeah. No, I'm excited about the new Red Sonja movie.
The only last thing I heard was Robert Rodriguez movie. That's it.
Okay. The same with Red Sonja because the actress comment, which she said nothing wrong at all, but a lot of people now say now it's woke. I'm so done with this woke nonsense. Just watch it in full context. I agree. I have to find the full context with Red Sonja.
What did she say?
Because they're saying that she was like very feminist with the male gaze on Red Sonja's character design. I mean, I don't know if that's accurate. That's just the claim.
Where's
I have
a
no idea.
loincloth? I mean, it's going to attract the male gaze, I would think.
No, I know, but I guess they're saying that the new version's not going to have it. You know what? You could guess what they're saying.
I mean, I do.
Sack.
I do. Yeah. I don't know if it's true.
No, she won't be sexy. Yeah, they don't do that anymore.
I don't care.
No, your audience.
No movie's ass, anyways.
You don't do that anymore.
Sure, it'll be great.
Yeah. Isaac, the biggest movie fan, member for 1 month. I appreciate it, Isaac. Which of these 2 directors would you want to direct a Star Wars movie? Christopher Nolan, and this is just random. Choose Andy Muschietti.
Hell no, Andy Muschietti could suck a nut. Hell no.
Come on, Anthony.
Sorry, bro.
Sorry. He's not a squirrel.
Yeah, I mean, well.
I would go
Easy Nolan. He's the GOAT.
If I have to pick from those two, I'd go Christopher Nolan.
Can you imagine that freaking Nolan montage that he does in the last 20 minutes of every movie? The last hour of Oppenheimer in a Star Wars movie? Oh my god.
He could do that in Oppenheimer with Star Wars.
Oh my god, that'd be crazy.
Well,
can you imagine like a trench run with the Nolan style editing? Oh my god.
If I may, if they gave Nolan a movie, something like The Old Republic or something like that, I think he'd nail it. Because he's good at that political stuff. He's good at that grounded.
He is really good
stuff.
at that.
He's good at that Andor type of stuff, man. I think if you gave him The Old Republic, he would crush it. I really do.
The one I wanted,
what specifically from Old Republic? Just anything, or
maybe the High Republic, the Old High Republic, like right the first war with the Sith, right before the Rule of Two, somewhere in there.
One thing is that he's so anti CGI. I was wondering how I'd have to wonder what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do about like ships landing or really gonna land?
In my opinion,
I take Andy Muschietti. Thank you.
Yeah,
I agree.
He's got some baby scenes in Star Wars. Let's go.
You want to have a movie of all time in your hands. Jesus Christ.
Definitely Muschietti. Without
we have younglings falling from ships.
I would have picked before I saw in Aquaman 2, I would have picked James Wan because the first Aquaman dealt with a lot of little creature designs. It felt very Star Wars to me underwater.
Okay. I mean, unless they're gonna make a movie called Urso, where it like follows Galen Urso as he's building the Death Star.
I guess,
like,
yeah.
He's sitting there. It's like Oppenheimer. He's like testing.
He can do, Brian. You just found the project for him. That's perfect.
But I mean, Nolan. I mean, every interview Nolan goes, he always give his love to Star Wars and George Lucas and stuff like that. So maybe we'll see. Even
it's all practical shit. We don't even go to space with Nolan. He's like, I couldn't really go to space, so I didn't show any space.
Yeah,
it's not his 48.
Nolan doing a Star Wars movie will easily cost $100 million.
It'd be the first $1 billion project because he wants to do everything practical.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now with Andy and other
Nolan, calm down. This is a computer, Nolan. The computer could be your friend, Nolan.
I agree. You know who should do it. Star Wars would suck.
Do you know who should do a standalone
Star Wars movie?
You know who should do a standalone Star Wars movie right now? And at first I laughed. I thought, Jesus Christ, Max. No. This is another one of your takes, Max. But no. After hearing what that guy said, after hearing what that guy said that made Godzilla -1, after hearing what he said when he accepted that trophy and the love he had for Star Wars, yeah, give that guy a project.
Did you see that, Max? When the Godzilla -1 people won, they mentioned the director mentioned Star Wars specifically. That goes along with like.
He visited. He visited. I did a whole video on that. He visited.
When he won the Oscar, he mentioned Star Wars again.
Yeah,
I didn't hear that, but no, he went to visit Lucasfilm with Dave Filoni.
Yeah.
And then Star Wars Celebration. Guess where the next Star Wars Celebration is? Japan. I'm sure
Who's
there's going to
going?
be an announcement.
Let's start saving up.
Be an announcement.
Crowdfund.
Saving up. I already bought tickets.
You already bought tickets?
So look,
let me ask my girlfriend real quick in front of everyone.
Lucasfilm is too incompetent to hire him to do a movie. They're too stupid.
No, they're not. No.
That would be a great idea, but they're so dumb over there. They would never hire.
No, that's good for diversity too.
If you really want to tap into,
and they've already
been complaining about Lucasfilms hiring the hot director at the time to do projects.
I did say that. Yes.
So let him do a few more projects, then see if he's.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of projects from him that I didn't like. He got Godzilla -1. He got it right, but there was I've seen the returner from him, and I'm like,
oh my goodness.
So here's how you do it. You slide him in and let him do a couple episodes of whatever the TV series are going to be.
Yeah.
Yep. Perfect. That's good. That's actually a good idea, Chris. That's a
good idea, Chris.
You have Godzilla -1 getting awards contention, and it's a nerd film. You have the diversity of hiring someone from Japan. You have Star Wars Visions that's already been working. Star Wars Visions already been working with already has been working with the animation studios in Japan. You want a good announcement for Star Wars Celebration Japan. When is Star Wars Celebration been in Japan?
Not only that.
It makes total sense. And I am not saying that.
Max, you missed one. The one market that Star Wars has trouble with is Asian markets.
Yes. There you go. Thank you, Perp. Yes.
Good point.
And
Now,
people are riding that Godzilla
Kathy,
-1 high right now, man. He's a hot director.
Kathy wanted to have more female and diversity included in Star Wars, but one area where they consistently struggle is some of the Asian markets. Yes, absolutely, Perp. It totally makes sense, and I totally disagree with Voltaire on this. I don't think that Kathy and Lucasfilm is so inept that they would let this.
He's practically begging while holding an Oscar. Give me a Star Wars movie.
Yes, I do not think that they would pass this opportunity up. If they do, I will rant like hell, Voltaire.
That's why I brought it up.
It's like the biggest layup ever. I want to make Star Wars, please. Yes.
I'll be shocked.
You should do a 24-hour stream if that happens and it doesn't get it. I'll be on here. 24-hour video stream.
That's why I brought it up.
If Star
Wars movie that won an Oscar, that's what you're saying.
What?
Anyone that wins an Oscar should just get a Star Wars.
No, we're saying that. Look, some of the best movies
for it.
Bruce, some of the best movies that are made are made by people that are true fans of that genre.
I'd like to remind everyone.
A true fan.
The John Wick guy is begging for one.
I'm not saying that he shouldn't get a Star Wars movie, but I think we're forgetting
for any franchise. That's what
there has been an Asian filmmaker who worked on Star Wars.
Deborah Chow, not theatrical yet. Yes.
Not theatrical, but
yeah. But TV.
It's not,
all right, that's a good call out. Good,
but Max, I want to
job,
give you credit for your brave stance on diversity amongst directors, and Brucifer, I want to condemn you for criticizing. How dare you? Diversity
Max complains when the other side brings up diversity and blah blah blah. And
she does want it. I never said diversity is bad.
The same thing you rail against on every stream.
I never said diversity is bad. I'm for diversity.
Rail, he fence sits. Get out of here, man. Come on.
You're anti-diversity, Lucifer. Just
you know what I say.
You're out,
Bruce. When I criticize Obey Chinoy, it's because she didn't do something in the genre. In the genre,
latte liberal.
She didn't do anything in the genre yet. This guy,
nobody has done Godzilla in the genre.
Make a big Star Wars Godzilla, Star Wars kaiju movie.
Yeah, nobody has done something in the genre until they do something in the genre.
Okay, doing Godzilla and doing those things with effects, all the effects work in the editing translates better to this type of project, potentially, in my opinion, than a documentary.
So they introduced a kaiju in that Mandalorian season 2 garbage or season 3 garbage. So hey, there it is. Maybe he's going to do that with that underwater thing, whatever it's called.
Maybe, but
CJH is here.
Woo! But it all depends on how the Chinese market, compared to the U.S. market for Star Wars, if it's profitable or if it's not profitable, right? Because they got to look at the Chinese. Because if you think about it, yes, the Chinese market is big, but
this is the Japanese market. Taladia, we're talking about the Japanese market.
Oh, sorry, the Japanese
Asian in general.
Asian in general, yeah, the Asian. Sorry, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, the Asian market is quite big. So depending on how they present it, it's going to be. It has to blow the Asian market out the water. Otherwise, if it doesn't,
one thing I'm gonna say against that.
Go on.
Even though if it does hit big in most Asian markets, the themes and the political nature of Star Wars is not going to go over well in the current atmosphere in China.
That's what they want. They want that sweet Chinese.
They're not going to get it. There's magic. There's political stuff. They're not going to allow it to be played.
That's why you get Nolan. He'll dump the magic.
And if there's a African American, they don't like that either.
But there was that anime type of thing, that anime Star Wars thing that is like a Japanese open, in a cartoon format.
Well, RJ adds the next Star Wars celebration will be in Tokyo, Japan. Lucasfilm has been trying to get Star Wars big in China for years. They commissioned Chinese Star Wars novels that pushed High Republic there.
What
They
if?
need to go to James Cameron. It's like, how do you do that, James? How does James Cameron get China's?
And also, but don't keep forgetting, James Cameron is the king of China.
But they gotta ask him, how'd you do it, man?
You can't ask him. They love the man. You cannot ask the goat.
It's Disney. Have Kathleen go over there and say, hey, how'd you do that, dude?
I'm pretty sure he would tell her to fuck off.
Yo,
What if
whoa.
They get Zack
Anthony
Snyder
can't
to
help
do
himself.
his samurai.
I did not curse. You
movie.
didn't hear it.
Yes, we heard it.
Dust off
You heard
his
it in your
old
head.
Star
We all
Wars,
gaslit ourselves to hearing it.
Script that's not Rebel Moon, and do a black and white samurai Star Wars film.
I'm a samurai
By
Star
Zack
Wars movie
Snyder.
will work fine. Actually, that would be dope. Actually,
I mean, there's also the possibility. I'm just saying, this is sort of in the Brucifer camp of like the guy goes into LucasArts and has like the worst pitch. Is like, oh man, he doesn't get Star Wars. Like, you know, that could happen too. Yeah.
Reyes says
that happens on set with Han Solo.
I was saying when you guys said there hasn't been a Asian director hired to do a
Star Wars
movie, isn't Taika Waititi considered of Asian descent because he's Polynesian?
I mean, I guess.
But Joe said Deborah Chow, and that's a good one to mention.
Okay.
Well, you know what? Because I
good.
have a Filipino friend who doesn't like being called Asian. He said he's Polynesian. I think they like to separate those two. If I don't want
those separate. Yeah.
Well, here's Reyes says, I think cinematography and storytelling in docs doesn't get enough praise. I agree. It's great.
Yes.
I just don't, my personal opinion, and it's not throwing shade on them, I don't think it translates to blockbuster movies well, where I would pull from the horror genre, which I have a lot, even though I have a lot of respect for directors that do that, or directors that work with practical effect. I respect everyone creating art or storytelling or documentaries. I appreciate all it. My personal opinion is that it just translates. I've heard about that. Oh no. I actually finally heard about that. No.
I love art. You love anyone that does art.
Did he just say Soska Sisters? Is that what
I think it's. I don't think it's crazy. I don't think it's a crazy statement. No.
The trailer.
I'm trying to finish my thought here, please. I think it translates better when you work something within these big blockbuster movies, or something that has some experience there with working with practical effects, these fantasy films, genre films, ahead of a documentary. And me personally,
and to be fair,
I don't think that's a crazy statement.
The Raya director didn't just do docs; she has done computer animated.
That's true. Yes. I did forget. I forgot about that. Yes,
episodes of Miss Marvel.
Okay. Yes.
Terrible.
There's still a lot going into the presentation that relies on outside factors, make it much more challenging to do. Yes, everything's very challenging. That's my personal opinion.
Ron Howard's daughter would have been a better choice. I don't know why they didn't go with that.
I have a great Star Wars.
I like her too.
How about we do a mock?
There's gonna be filmmakers that we don't like any of their stuff, and they go in and have an amazing Star Wars pitch, and they know how to do it. And it's just like sometimes we gotta just trust the system.
I
know it's dangerous with some of you people here with Disney, but sometimes
some of you people with Disney.
I like Deborah.
I take offense to that.
Like all my favorite episodes were Deborah Chow episodes. Like they were all of them were my favorite.
Where just give me the Star Wars. Don't tell me who's directing the damn thing, because I really don't care.
That's fair. He just wants Star Wars.
Yeah, I like that. That's a healthy attitude too. Technically, we could all do that. Just wait until it comes out.
They're beating us to death with who the director's going to be, and it's the first time for this and the first time for that, and it's like, dude, I'm so sick of firsts and how everything has to be the first, and we got to trailblaze something because we're so bored.
Brian wants everyone to stay a virgin. No firsts.
No, it just the virtue signaling does get a little old after a while.
No, it's just, dude.
He just wants the movie. Yeah.
I just want the movie.
They make a big budget version of Troopers.
Market to the audience that it's intended for.
Troopers. What's Troopers?
You ever hear
they tried that with Han Solo and it bombed.
Troopers, where
Troopers is like Cops, but
it's like Cops,
fan
but
film.
with Stormtroopers.
Don't highlight that.
Disney Plus show. That would be good.
That sounds like a Taika Waititi.
documentary.
That's it.
That sounds like Taika Waititi.
That would be good for Taika Waititi. Yeah, absolutely. That's the only. I'd only let Taika Waititi do that or a droid movie. Nothing else.
Literally.
What about a Max Rebo movie? Come on, with the band. I'd totally let Taika do that.
Voltaire sounds like my uncle because he's been pushing for an all droid movie forever. That's just always been his favorite part of those movies.
Isn't there a cartoon cartoon show called Droids, and it was awful?
Yeah. When I was a kid.
I apologize. I think Joe left. I was trying to figure out who left. Joe, I'm sorry for you. I hope my takes weren't too hot, Joe. He left earlier. I was like, who left?
Yeah, the Star Wars takes are too hot.
I said he was gonna be. He said he was not gonna be that long. So.
You're just talking nonsense. I am fine with women directing.
But I like for Patty Jenkins to return though to Star Wars. It'd be very interesting to see what would change since she last got the script for that Squadron.
People seem to forget multiple projects fell through with her, including Cleopatra.
Well, we have
coming at you, Cleopatra.
Plus, Claudia, we would have to know what was in the original script.
Oh, the Cleopatra
to compare it against the second script, you know.
So this is actually a good sign. As much as I don't like the whole Lucasfilm's current state, this Patty Jenkins returning is a good sign because I thought this was just like
time help situation too.
Where a creative got into it with Kathleen Kennedy or whoever and couldn't work out their differences, which has happened to Kathleen Kennedy during her run several times. So her coming back,
creative differences.
All the people she announced. What happened to the Game of Thrones guys, Bruce?
The script was those guys are ass. I'm good.
You can't assume that they have a falling out with her because the project thing get made.
I'm good.
You don't know how bad the treatment was, the script, or the direction they wanted to go for these projects.
And also the movie that they doing.
They were the hottest showrunners at the time,
and they trash.
Really?
And where are they now?
At the time,
where are
season
they
8?
Their bad reception with season 8. They were
was good. I mean, you guys are shitting.
No, it was not good.
No, but how was it received? Come on, even me, Madam Web aficionado, knows how it's being received right now.
Let's be real. They lost the job because of the reception of season 8, and then also signing to Netflix too. Yes.
Well, now with Patty Jenkins, now we can't say that anymore because we could have had that argument. It's like same thing happened with Patty Jenkins and Wonder Woman.
What happened with Colin Trevorrow?
Colin Trevorrow, he released that Henry movie. He made. Oh, come on! I think Colin Trevorrow's a little bit like Michael Bay.
Well, he did he did the last Jurassic Park movie. No. That was not good either.
Colin Trevorrow released that movie that whatever
safety not guaranteed.
No, that Henry movie. It was his solo project.
The
Book of Henry.
Yeah,
and people were like, "This is weird, problematic," and then he lost all his projects.
What was problematic about it?
I didn't see it. I
don't know what it's about.
No,
I have a question. Really is X-Men 97 releasing in 3 hours?
They're doing a premiere. It's in 2 days.
No,
I'm gonna hear the director's commentary.
I thought it was Thursday at 3 a.m.
That's a fun movie, isn't it? If I remember it correctly.
Correct.
They're just doing a premiere.
That was that time where Hollywood had this trend where they were giving indie filmmakers. I think they're gonna stop doing that. They were giving indie filmmakers huge franchises.
Didn't Colin do the last Jurassic Park movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was not good.
And he wrote the second one.
After he got replaced on the sequel trilogy, they let him come back to Jurassic Park because basically the second in the Jurassic World trilogy. He was going to do that, but gave it to someone else so he could go direct Star Wars. So he would, he rebooted Jurassic Park.
Good. I don't need a good. I'd rather have the new one there. And we did have
there's supposedly a rumor that Scarlett Johansson's being approached for the new Gareth Edwards.
Yes.
Which that's dope.
That'd be huge.
I will. Hopefully she accept that. I would love that.
And go support Bruce the Kingdom Nerds as well.
And then she brings him her writers, so she can because I think Edwards
subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
Subscribe to the channel, you bastards.
Whoa!
Thank you, Voltaire.
Voltaire doesn't come on my show. Thank you, Voltaire.
Damn.
Does anyone watch this Adam Sandler movie on Netflix, the Spaceman movie?
I've never watched it.
No, it looks like a weirdo one. I'll watch
No,
it.
Started
later.
it for a minute.
I think clicked
Oh,
on
by
it.
the way, Voltaire, there's an Eraserhead video game.
Remake The Martian. So I was like, I'm out.
Oh,
Commander
really?
Cody.
You couldn't get through it, Brian, then?
No, I just.
Commander
I mean,
Cody
to be
is here.
fair, there's a lot of movies I don't get through nowadays.
I want to see that John Cena film you were recommending the other day.
Oh, yeah,
Ricky
fantastic
Stenicki.
movie.
Ricky Stenicki.
Hilarious movie.
It's so stupid.
Well, we've covered an hour of Star Wars. I do want to see Ricky Stenicki. I want to do a review.
First time in a year. Jesus, man.
We should do a watch party for that, Max.
We should talk about Star Wars more often. It's more engaging of conversation.
Yay.
Well, now we have to react to Grace Randolph.
Oh, wow. We haven't done that.
Because-
Talking about comic book movies.
Grace for what?
Because
Well.
no, she's dropping some stuff at the beginning of her live stream that's very significant of where the industry is going and
Did she
streaming.
pick it up after she dropped it?
Hey, Cody.
and where the industry executives' minds are thinking. And this is very well. I don't want to bury. I want to tell you what she says right away.
And we have our
Yep.
own opinions on that.
Yes, exactly.
What
Exactly.
Grace
What's
says?
that, CGH? I didn't hear you. Go ahead.
His mic is down. I've been
He
telling
doesn't.
you
He
about
wants his own opinion. He doesn't want your opinion on Grace. He wants to make his own
said
mind up.
something inflammatory.
No, he's got a channel, doesn't he? He's got his own channel, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, CGH.
I tried to point that out.
No, I do want to get everyone's reaction to this because I think it's very significant of where the executives and streaming is heading and what unfortunately is going to signal some projects not going forward. It's very scary the way the minds are thinking there. Yeah.
Oh, I think I know where you're going with this, Max. I think I know where you're going with this.
Is it back?
Max doesn't know where he's going with this.
Play the clip.
Get the
clip
clip
it.
off.
Play the game.
I'm trying
Did
to
you
look
say
it
there's
up.
an
I'm
Eraserhead
working.
The most
game
annoying
for it? Are
woman
you
on the
serious?
planet.
Yeah, there's an Eraserhead video game. Walter, we were looking
when?
at it in my stream. Yeah. Wow.
From when?
No, it just made it. It's like a fan thing. Someone.
Oh,
fan
while
made it.
we're waiting for him to pull up the video.
The
What do you guys
Sandler
think
verse continues to transcend cinema across all genres.
What do you guys think of Ryan Gosling reportedly being cast in the MCU?
I'd say
there's been the 10,000 rumors.
hire him anywhere you can after that award
Pops
show.
up every
time someone is currently hot, they're supposed
Yeah,
to
like,
cast
bro,
them.
like, I believe him.
He just had a phenomenal performance with "I'm
Yeah,
Just
bro,
Ken."
like,
So,
I believe him
like,
till I see it.
One
Is that
at a
legit?
time.
Is it legit to cast as
Okay,
a
well,
Rick
just for fun, Ryan Gosling gets a part. What part would it be?
Havoc.
Wolverine.
Oh, good.
No.
Havoc first. Good call.
He's
Silver Surfer.
dude. Cyclops.
You
all the
got
way.
a three-dimensional thinking going on here.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with getting work done. I think Grace must have had work done. I think her neck sucks.
Why would
No,
you
I'm
say
not.
that about
Okay, buddy.
I think she has. She looks different.
her? Oh,
She
No,
looks
no, Max, I
good.
think she just starves herself. I don't think she's had
No,
any.
she-
Oh, stop.
Yeah,
Oh.
she
No,
doesn't
she
eat.
looks. No,
Can we
she
watch
looks
her?
great.
Can I hear
No,
her
we-
voice,
We
please?
at Kingdom of Nerds do not condone the shaming of women's appearance.
I like it. I like
I'm
it.
not.
Well,
I
Voltaire
wasn't
does.
shaming
Oh.
anything. I said she looks
Max.
great. I think I'm not against people
I
getting
think she's
work
had
done.
Botox done, but nothing
Oh
else.
my
And I
God.
think maybe
we talking
700
about
to
here?
800 calories a day, max.
This is what Star Wars does to men.
Oh,
Perp, are you serious? What? Why?
I'm kidding.
Why is
I'm
that,
kidding. I'm kidding. It was
Why
a
is
joke.
that
Everyone
why
relax.
is that negative for me to say? I think she's had work done. She looks good. Oh my
Bro,
god.
no, she hasn't.
Can't she
bro.
just
Like,
look good
oh my
because
God.
she looks good?
Everybody
Because they had
gets
work
Botox.
done.
That was the
Oh,
most
looks
weird
different.
comment I ever heard you ever say.
There's nothing wrong with getting
Yeah.
Botox.
I've said a lot of weirder comments.
You-
They-
okay.
Hell yeah.
Stop
To
that
me
expression.
personally.
Can we just throw in the
Yes.
video, please?
Nobody wants
Yes, we
protein.
can.
As soon as I
Hey,
eat,
It's like being in a locker room in
Anyway, Grace,
1996.
I'm sorry for my
Start the
comments
goddamn
before.
video. Everybody,
I
stop
am
that.
still blocked, and
If we were in a
you look
locker
great,
room,
Grace.
Max would be the one guy hanging.
There's a
around
reason why
naked
she
and
has you blocked.
untouchable. Like, come on.
Yes.
hanging
Yeah.
around
Max-
and licking his lips. What?
Max
Just hanging around.
Max-
You know, because
Max
you know
then
those.
goes
You
to
know,
locker
if you
room.
go changing in the gym, there's always that one guy that needs to hang around naked just to show off he's. I'm in a gym.
No,
Max.
Max then goes
You
to
never
the
had
gym.
those
He hung
guys
out
in the gym?
bathroom.
Oh my god, I can't stand him.
What's a gym?
All right. All right. Let's see what Grace is saying here, and this is significant of what the tea she spills is very significant on what executives are thinking when they go forward with projects or not on streaming or movies. What the factors they're looking for. It may not even be award contention. They might not even care about that purpose, what she says. What they do care about is it's kind of scary. And I want to get everyone's reaction.
What do you mean not award attention? Award attention gets them more money. Look what Poor Things is doing right now.
Balancing act
all these movies
trying
bang.
To maneuver this minefield.
Is your internet acting up, Max?
Confident to be able to do it.
Turn it up.
Thank you for joining me for the live stream.
That's as much as I could turn it up.
So nice
why is it so low?
all of you.
I don't know.
At the last minute, I had to.
Someone else want to? Does someone else want to bring it? Is it really that low?
It sounds low to me. It could be only me.
It's very low.
Okay.
I don't know. This is the best I could do on my new laptop. I don't know why it's so
Everyone
low.
be quiet and listen.
She's got red eyes.
I don't have the
Carefully.
I forgot where the squares are to highlight the story that we're on. So today we'll be using an arrow because I got at the last minute. I was like, oh no, I don't have the squares.
You know what that means?
All right, so we're gonna go through some. The question is Hollywood falling apart, or is there a reasonable explanation to all this madness? And
I don't think Hollywood's falling apart. I think it's restructuring.
I've been saying the COVID thing for months, and people still are.
What? Perp? Yes, COVID's a factor, but there's still, besides COVID, there's other things happening too. They're reevaluating.
Sure, because
everything.
of COVID and other things, and the strike,
just
and the
COVID.
strike
COVID
just
denier.
happened.
Not just
Okay.
You can't huff your own farts for so long before people start thinking you're full of crap.
Oh my!
Well, we're still getting movies
I kept myself from saying the S word,
filmed.
Max.
I don't know. I don't buy this thing anymore. Like people are tired of this because the Oscars had the best ratings in 4 years. So
you sound like an industry person, Perp. You can't just be naive and think it's all just COVID. There's other factors here.
I know there's other factors, of course, but COVID is the big major one that's making all these studios needing to like restructure and do all this stuff.
Besides COVID, what else is happening in the industry, Perp? Streaming is not as profitable as it was, and people in some of these projects they think are going to be draws to the consumer are not, and people are canceling the subscriptions or churning to. What the churn is you keep one subscription, you go to the other, and you keep going back and forth and watch all the content.
Fair enough.
So I didn't know that. So what she's brought this up before. So what they need to do is they need a banger, something that slaps, and she used that in the live stream. That's why I said it. That gets people.
Again, please.
No, that's what she said. You wait till you see. That's what
I
she
know.
said.
What are the ratings on
I'm
Shogun
her
with
for
Hulu?
saying, I'm just saying you should.
Because Hulu seems to have that
agree,
the show right now. Hulu has the show right now.
But you need something like, let's for instance say the new Ted series, where it's the most watched last 2 months, and people watch the whole thing. You know,
because people's tastes are changing, dude. TV series are where it's at, not movies anymore.
Okay, well,
and they come off as cheaper.
But Brian, there's even problems there too, and she's gonna drop that T here. What the executives, what their mindset is in.
We could have been like 5 minutes into this video already.
Yeah. And I think I'm gonna spill. I don't know if it's really called spilling tea, but we're gonna discuss it. We're gonna talk about what's going on. All right. Story. I mean, I think they're all very interesting. Oh, here. Okay, I'll tell you something to make up for being late. I'll tell you something interesting at the beginning before.
This is interesting.
Okay, so I was talking to, I know a number of people in the industry, and I get some really cool behind the scenes information. Thanks for gifting a membership, Stephen. And I was talking to somebody about, how tech has really taken over the industry. And I don't want to get anybody in trouble, so I'll just kind of like, I'll just use just vague description. But it was fascinating to me. And they said that they'd heard somebody who had been in development in doing the shows behind the scenes at one of the major streaming services or channels or whatever. Okay, very prestigious. And the company that owned them, a tech company, had said right now you're averaging 47
I didn't hear that part yet, Antonio.
A day of viewership. That's how long people are watching the content, 47 minutes. And if you can't get that viewership a day up to 52 minutes, you're going to get fired. I don't care. They didn't.
Okay. Did you hear that? That's how aggressive these executives are This is what she's suggesting.
You got to get 5 minutes added.
Your watch time has to be better.
Oh, you're fired.
Because people aren't watching things to completion. All these series, all these projects, movies, streaming, whatever.
I think that's the audience problem, because people have the attention of a gnat.
Okay, but then you got to adapt to the new audience.
Move over.
Okay, but what's the answer to that, Bruce? You can't just think.
Okay,
like right now, I'm not watching your stream. I'm watching somebody else's.
I take offense to what you just said.
I'm joking.
You're insulting my attention span.
Yes,
I clearly when I'm not on these,
except when it comes to cars.
Oh, good God! All right, never mind. Moving on.
No, Brian, go ahead. No, I want to hear Perp and everyone on that. Voltaire, Chris, that is just like YouTube.
For sure.
I just
the watch
mentioned it
time
earlier. I haven't finished movies recently. There's a lot of them I haven't finished.
Yeah,
because they're just not that good.
Okay,
you finished Flash,
but
there's more options too.
You finished Flash.
Barely, and I got it for
barely.
Fun.
Isn't she saying that people aren't finishing content overall, movies and TV shows on streaming services? They're just moving on.
I don't know any movies that are 47 minutes. That's the average television show, though. One episode.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Well, how does that work with like 20-minute shows?
Well,
that guy's gonna get fired. It's like, it's not my fault, man.
I would think I'm assuming here that like if you have a series like 6 episodes, if they do it as a cumulative, I would assume they do it as a cumulative all 6 episodes. And if each account doesn't get past that first 47 minutes of all 6 episodes, you're done. Like if they,
the average is
just like watch time on live streams. I don't know what my watch time is or Bruce's. If you don't get past a certain watch time, it's not good for a YouTuber. This is the most. I could easily see why the industry is focusing on this, and then we'll get to more. But anyone else want to add to this? Voltaire, Chris, Anthony, Taladia, what do you think? Watch time is very significant in the industry, especially when you have competition with things like, I know TikTok might just get banned, but Shorts and other things, that everything is leaning towards shorter form content.
I watch more YouTube than I watch anything else.
So for me, it's like watch hours are important, right? Because at the end of the day, is whatever you put as a content, you have to be able to entertain people. But no matter what platform it is, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, no matter what it is, you have to get your audience engaged and watching your content, and it has to be
and stay engaged.
Stay engaged into it, because and no matter what, even this goes for YouTube as well, right? Because if you don't make the content engaging enough, it's people are gonna go away from it and they're not gonna watch it, right?
And this would even concern me as a Zack Snyder fan, even though I like his long movies. I don't think, I would assume that the watch time isn't great on some of his long.
That's not true. More people watch Rebel Moon than Barbie.
Come on, dude.
No,
we all know
but
this.
finished it though. There's
something to be said about the watching, about people's attention span going down, because like I haven't watched Killers of the Flower Moon because I haven't budgeted 3 hours for it yet. But Dune, I had no problem with, because it's tremendous. So
yeah.
I guess it has to be super good to get people.
If it's long, it has.
I worry that this could also be this could also send the wrong messages to like writers and producers that are putting these things together, and now they're gonna end with crappy ass like freaking bait for the next episode to make sure you watch. It's like it might be structure.
That's true. That's true.
So
it's like kind of annoying.
Basically, size does matter when it comes to everything.
Yeah, and the week-to-week model is just not going to fly with kids in their 20s.
You have to hook them right away. Yes, you're right.
You have to hook them right away. Then you got to leave them with bait, so they go to the next one, which is annoying sometimes.
Man, are we talking about drugs here? Good lord.
Yeah. Also, essentially,
sorry. Go ahead. Bruce.
Supply and demand at the end of the day, right? That's what we're talking about.
Well, the demand's not there.
Yeah.
There's plenty
TikTok
of supply,
is eating.
But demand's not there.
Yeah.
TikTok is eating YouTube's lunch, right? TikTok is getting banned because it's run by whatever the Chinese government. That's part of it. But I believe that YouTube, Facebook, all these people are going after it too. They're influencing Congress.
They all use your data, like what they're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
They all do stuff. They all do devious stuff behind the scenes. Are you kidding me?
Google, Apple, these big tech companies are the ones who are going after, but TikTok is dominating. Like it dominates that young generation, and they have zero attention.
Besides, I don't think engagement is as important on streaming, like liking it after, but watch time is. I think watch time is the most important if you're not talking about like YouTube or TikTok or where you can leave a comment and stuff.
Well,
actually,
this would also explain why YouTube is getting sports, because people like stay locked down in like fights and stuff.
Watch
like
time, yes, they watch
why
the whole
NFL
thing.
gets big contracts every year,
And why Netflix is branching out to get wrestling. Are you kidding me? The watch time on wrestling is probably through the roof.
Yeah, people just leave it there. Yeah,
in the background. That's what I do.
Yep.
It's gonna be live. It's gonna be live.
Oh my god! Now things are gonna be creative. Can you imagine if Netflix now? If Netflix now has like a branch that it's we are making stuff for backgrounds. Oh my god! Can you imagine what that is?
Awesome.
What the hell?
When Zaslav merged Discovery and Warner Brothers, the watch time probably increased across the board because there's like TLC shows.
Oh yeah,
I watched those whole shows.
Those Sex in the City. You watched that?
No, like the building your like house flipping.
Of course you watched.
Those all have really good watch retention.
We know you watch it.
It should have been titled "Bitches in the City."
Yeah,
All right, let's see what else she has to say here. But no, I thought this was isn't this interesting to you?
Super interesting. Thank you. This is awesome.
No, I didn't want
to media footprint.
Okay.
They didn't care.
I support female creators.
They didn't care.
Okay, she says they don't care about pop culture. They don't care about awards. It's watch time.
About any awards that might be won. They said the most important thing was getting the minutes up from 47 to 52. Not even do an hour. They're not even dealing in like half-hour increments. Like, half an hour. Can you get me to an hour and a half, 2 hours? No. If you couldn't boost the amount of time that people were on the service by 5 minutes, you were not doing your job. And I thought that was just really kind of shows you where Hollywood is right now and what they're prioritizing. And the reasoning is that by
so
just getting
weird.
Those
I can't imagine. How do they explain this to writers? Sorry.
Well, here she's explaining why this small little thing is so much more money.
Yeah, how would they explain this to the?
You can sell more ads. Once it gets to 52 minutes, your ad package to advertisers goes up.
Guys, I'm going to finish watching the stream. I gotta put in that one phone call to my mom, but thanks for having me on. I will definitely finish watching this, and I love y'all. Be good.
Night.
Sure. So I'm assuming like you send an ad package, even if it's not on your streamer. You could say our retention. You could to your advertisers that are paying money. We have retention at 52, so you get them paid to more like towards an hour block for advertisers or something. There's something there that they get a lot more money once you get past the 45-minute mark.
And I thought that was really crazy. And so I just think that it just gives you an idea of what we're dealing with right now. All right. With that little tidbit, and then of course, as always, keep your questions and comments.
Okay. Any comments there on what she's saying, and then I'll see what Bruce has brought up. And we can bring up the Mayo thing too.
I don't care. I don't care about it.
I just want to know how they implement. Okay, so these are higher ups looking at numbers. How do they implement this?
Also, but the thing about
page 52.
Yeah, the thing about the minutes or how many people watch is every company use different metric, like different stuff for their stuff. Yeah, like Netflix used how many minutes people watch. That's the reason why Avatar got two more seasons. After that, they might be done unless they use the comic route. It was a hit and stuff like that. So they determines of that. Disney used different stuff to determine how many people watch. Like Peter Jackson. Like Peter Jackson was like
goddamn servers.
Yep. Like Peter Jackson was like the number top 5 watch show on Disney Plus ever.
Well, Perp had a good question. How are they supposed to implement that from like the executives to the workers?
Yeah,
I don't think they care.
Like,
I don't think they care, or they're just gonna say meet these expectations. They're gonna put that on the creatives to
So
figure
green
it out.
light stuff that meets what their expectations are.
Yeah,
That-
you have good you have good retention. Like, I don't think they're gonna give creatives notes. How do you get this? No, get this, or your project might not continue. And I don't like that. I don't, but I think that's what we're dealing with here. Anyone else comments on it? Yeah.
I'll tell you what, and anything like what Disney Plus did with Echo, dropping it all at once instead of just you know, I think the week to week model, it better be something fantastic, or else I don't think you're
It
gonna
has to hook you.
Yeah.
It has to hook you right
Shogun
away.
is doing it perfectly right now.
Yeah.
Right.
I want to know what the ratings
I mean,
are.
that's because FX is is like HBO rival. Like they make good shows and they take times with it. I see people, we're not getting a season 2 of Shotgun, bro. There's other books of that series they could do.
We'll go to the other top, and I'll bring up what Bruce brought up too. But I think what's happening here is you need to get okay. People can watch stuff. They have time to watch stuff, but with so much competition, you got to hook them right away and keep it. And a lot of these projects may get delayed or canceled, or you might not get another season. And you know the age where Netflix saves this show and that show. I think that's done too, unfortunately. That's what I'm. It's not worth it anymore.
They're greenlighting stuff though. They got Avatar, got the 2nd and 3rd season, which is pretty great.
He's talking about like series that get
canceled.
Yeah,
of the networks.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, Netflix is doing it right. I mean, they've survived. They've survived competition because they were the original streaming platform that really had a lot of content. They survived competition. They've survived price increases and all that password sharing stuff. So they're the ones who are, get the model right.
Reviews for X-Men 97 are slowly flowing out from people that have seen it.
They were doing fans stuff.
How many episodes?
Premieres, and I think they were doing in Canada, one in Los Angeles, and stuff.
I think they saw the first 3 episodes. I believe.
Yeah, that was cool. The new intro for the animation looks dope.
Bruce wanted me to. This is from the Insnider. Hot Mike.
Like this guy.
I don't think he does. I don't think he has as much info as he leads on. But I think this is
been like a lot. He's been getting a lot of stuff right from.
Yeah. Gareth Edwards and then Scarlett Johansson is a great opportunity to have a female-led Jurassic Park movie, even though it's Jurassic World.
I agree.
I think that's a great. I think we're a little bit over Chris Pratt, even though he's brought in the billions of dollars for this franchise. I think her, along with Gareth Edwards, is a slam dunk for me. I'm actually excited for this project again. Bruce, what do you?
She comes with writers, and he needs writers.
Oh, she does?
I wasn't always a big fan of Scarlett Johansson. I really don't care for Black Widow as a character. Never have. But her
DC fanboy.
Her timing and her comedy when she appears on SNL is so hilarious. I don't know why she doesn't do more comedies.
I don't know.
Her timing is so good.
It's because she probably just like probably Hollywood doesn't ask her. Like if you ask her, she probably do it.
Probably waiting for the right project.
She already has the biggest joke of dating Colin Jost.
She's married to him.
Yeah, he's married.
They got married?
Yeah,
yes.
3 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry for her.
She did
What's wrong
she
with
did that
Colin?
one comedy. She did Don Juan with.
I know. All it takes is to make a woman laugh, hot woman to make you laugh, make them laugh.
Have you seen her in that
He's
movie
good
where she's an
looking.
alien who kills guys? Skin
She's
what?
good looking.
What's that movie, Perp, where she's an alien and kills people?
Oh, Under the Skin. That
Under
was
the
from the
Skin.
director of Zone of Interest.
Yeah, that's a terrific film, everybody.
Yeah.
And her
Jonathan Glazer.
ass is featured prominently.
Sounds like Species.
I knew you were going to go there.
It's better than Species. Much better
I
than
love
Species.
Species.
Oh yeah, it's like a freaking artistic art house version.
Yeah,
of
it's really good.
I think this is great news.
I'm
I think
very
this makes
curious
sense.
how Gareth Edwards Jurassic Park is going to look, because his work is fine, but it just is not like balls to the wall, dinosaurs chasing you. It's so.
I think they have to.
I think Jurassic Park could use his softer tone, actually, his softer touch,
back.
if you will.
Yeah, after that last one, oh my goodness.
I think Jurassic Park could use his softer touch. I think these whole like little monster rides, I think he's actually going to care about him in terms of animals, sort of like how he looked at monsters, right? There's a bit of love he has to these creatures, similar to what Steven Spielberg did that kind of got lost. They turned into just, and I understand they are horror movies. Jurassic Park, I do consider it a horror movie, but there are times where it's like, you see the majestic and like awesome moments, you know, it's like awe-inspiring, it's beautiful. That kind of got lost in the sequels. They try to do it, right? But I think Gareth Edwards is the guy to do it. I think he has a soft touch in his action movies. They're not that hard. They're not like Michael Bay, like,
and also they brought back the original.
I think he's
ride.
perfect for this.
Yeah,
I haven't seen Monsters. Should I check that out? Is it worth watching?
Maybe. It's very impressive when you find out he did that for like $15,000.
No, I'm not trying to hear the no, don't
Max,
care.
I want to hear.
I don't care about that. I don't care about that.
All right, not the boat debate, but other people might. Anthony,
I don't.
No, I want the Max. There's also, if you find it later, there's rumor that the Eternals 2 has been canceled. Kevin Feige wanted the project to go forward, and Iger stomped it out and said no.
Honestly, I'm sad about that because I like the first one, but I understand though it did not go over well. You know,
I got to get that director's cut of Under the Skin.
I didn't see the movie yet. I got to watch that movie.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Under the Skin.
Really?
It's a very good movie.
I love that movie.
It's visually stunning.
It's so alien. It feels alien. When you see how this lady gets like kills the people,
stop
it's so
trying to
creative and
push
weird.
Anthony too, please. You know, stop it.
No,
He's allowed to stress. He's allowed to give his opinion. But does anyone else want to cover the Beau DeMay or don't care? We can move on. I want to see what she says about James Gunn and Peter Safran and the delay. Does anyone want to see that?
Yeah, you could put
It's just so low, it sucks.
Yeah, you're allowed to put that up, Max. Go for it.
Yeah,
I'm allowed.
You got permission.
All right.
I don't know why she's low. Like that is. I mean,
it makes me upset because this is my.
You watch a T-Mobile commercial.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
I forgot T-Mobile bought me.
You don't have premium? You're a YouTuber.
No, man, they can't afford premium.
You know how much he pays for StreamYard? He can't afford $15 extra a month. Come on.
Yeah, he can, bro. It's too expensive for him.
YouTube Premium.
You'll have to give him a super chat.
Yeah, okay.
The super chat.
I just hope we see Jon Snow. I mean, he's the guy that seems like he's going to usher in freaking Blade.
That makes me upset because my new laptop, if I can't share audio and it's low, I don't like that.
Well, laptop audio is.
We'll try another video. Might be
Are we
from
talking
her
comic book movies? Okay, guys, I'm out. Have a good night.
Good night.
Enjoy.
All right, thanks, Brian. Okay, I want to get to the part where she talks.
Weirdo art house movies.
Look at watched under 47 minutes.
Wow, that's crazy.
All right, I'm getting to the boop. Here we go.
Timestamps written down.
All right, story number 2.
She is the big arrow.
All right, let's go.
Run
around the DC corner. What's happening here? It's so ridiculous. All right, boop. Okay, what's going on over here? So yesterday, everybody was really depressed that the Batman 2, the movie that everybody actually wants to see from DC, got moved yet again. It got moved all the way back to 2026. We're all like,
I want to see if she has any tea here.
Right? Like, are you kidding me with this stuff?
Watch it. Language, Grace.
What was taking so long? And the answer is they're not making it right now. So it got delayed a year. I think the reason they delayed it a year is that they very much want the October release date. Okay? That's right, Mish. I do love X-Men and Batman. It's X-Men and Batman. Those are my 2 favorite comic book properties. All right, so
I could listen to Grace talk about anything.
Voltaire, $4.99 for YouTube Premium Fund. Thank you so much, Voltaire. That was unprompted. Thank you.
Yeah, no, Bruce
was unprompted.
It was very prompted.
It was very prompted.
All right.
So anyway, they want the thank you, Oralysis, for gifting a membership. I think that they want the October release date. So if they can't get October 2025, they're going to do October 2026. But yeah, now we got to wait. Now I asked around and I was like, "Is it James Gunn?" I love this picture of them, by the way. So
is it James Gunn?
That's Matt Reeves, Peter Safran with the beauty shot in the middle. Look at that guy, Vogue. I love it. He looks like Patrick Bateman in that.
Is the audio a little better now? She was just talking low before.
And then James Gunn there on the right. James Gunn and Matt Reeves, pretty much the exact same person.
Oh no!
One has a mustache.
I love Grace.
Oh my God.
No, they do look kind of similar. Well, in that picture, well, that was before white
like
hair.
That, sure.
Yeah, when they're tiny like that.
Oh, see you, CJH.
Oh, hilarious.
Thank you, CJH. I'll talk to you soon.
Very much that Peter Safran is working very much behind the scenes.
That's good.
Doing stuff. Peter Safran is involved.
I'll be honest. I was shocked to see Peter Safran in Norway with James Gunn. Like he's very hands-on. It looks like
he's more.
I criticized him too. I'm like, what is he doing?
He's more of the quiet guy, and James Gunn is more of the talking guy.
Yeah,
but he got to be there if he wants to get his buddy Zachary Levi back.
Zachary will never come back. The guy's cut.
All right,
he got a new movie coming out. So
yeah, a movie about 12-year-old.
Another one.
All right.
Yeah,
so,
they miscast
Purple Crayon.
I asked around and I was like, because everybody was like, James Gunn just wants to focus on his Superman movie. It's not that. The script's not ready. The script isn't done. Here's it. I guess here I'll throw a little shade. Somebody wrote during the writer's strike. Somebody didn't.
Oh, Max was right. That's what I said.
What? Who's not writing during the writer's strike? Come on,
Matt Reeves. I just said that in another video. I don't think James Gunn put his pen down. Everyone's like, oh no, he wouldn't do that.
No, he said his script was done before the strike. He announced that a week before the strike.
Come on, why are we playing so naive? Like, okay,
if he came out and announced he was done,
technically,
we
don't know, but technically he could have said that and then just kept writing. Could have said, "Yeah, I finished it, planning to finish it while the strike was going on."
Turning a first draft, so it's on the books.
Why would you believe that? Unless you have a problem against him, why would you believe that? Just believe.
I don't have a.
And isn't Matt Reeves known for taking a long ass time anyway?
Yes, true.
Okay.
True, but come on. Are
James Gunn pumps these things out, man.
Are we going to be naive that things?
Look at how fast he got authority.
Let me finish, Perp. Let me finish. Okay, the whole industry of writers, because there was a strike, just stopped writing. No, I think they worked on their projects. They just didn't turn anything in.
Yeah, they don't turn anything in. Yeah, sure.
It's over. They can like bam, 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 bam.
She loves to lie about James Gunn. You know that.
I don't think it's come on. Creatives are going to be creative.
Like him. Why would you believe anything she says about him?
But then why did Matt Reeves do that?
I'm not isolating.
Okay, Max. Why did Matt Reeves do that then?
I think a lot in the industry did this, Perp.
But why did Matt Reeves?
Because Matt Reeves is slow as hell.
Yeah.
Even though I like his stuff, he's like, I'm not doing it. No. But I think other people in the industry.
I picture him like Harrison Ford.
No, I'm not isolating James.
There's some receipts in chat.
Yeah.
Want a Batman movie? I don't give a Batman movie next year.
What? The tweet is out there, Max, from April 13th, 2020.
He announced
dude,
the script.
It's like X-Files. The tweets are out there.
He got the rough.
You got a super chat too.
Are you telling me you honestly think James? Yeah, yes, I will. You're telling me you honestly think James Gunn didn't write during the strike? That's fine. I think lots. I
mean, if he did, so did Matt Reeves. The same opportunities. Like if you're saying, I think Matt Reeves, I think James Gunn did. Then why wouldn't you think Matt Reeves? Just because
I honestly
doesn't help your narrative.
Reeves is different. I don't think everyone did.
You're picking who did and who didn't.
I think most people did. I think most writers kept
not
doing
Matt Reeves.
things. Not Matt Reeves and his production group. No,
okay.
Right?
Why?
Right?
Because he's not James Gunn. That's why.
Because he's different. He's different.
Here we go.
He's just built different than everyone else from Hollywood.
No, I said, oh my dear Lord.
Walter, help him out.
All right, Max takes an L on Gunn.
No,
I like James Gunn.
Are you listening to what I'm saying? I said a lot in the industry, I think, in my opinion, kept writing during the strike.
But for some reason, you don't think Matt Reeves.
Well, no, Matt
Because-
Reeves, I think, just
Because
got
it just got
lazy and
delayed.
went
That's why, perp.
No, but
Because it
here's the
just
thing.
got delayed.
Here's the
I
thing.
think
right?
he's because he's slow. I think he's still writing, and he's still. It's like,
no,
dude, really with the
Both
delay and
things are
everything.
true. Both
No,
things
no.
are true. He's slow and it got delayed. Yes.
No,
Even the
slow.
viewers are
This is
pushing
getting
back on
funny.
Max tonight.
This is sounding
wait.
funny
I like
now.
this
Matt
stream.
Reeves is slow.
I can't even get a word in.
Not
Um,
mentally slow, just slow in
No,
producing.
this sounds funny.
Just producing content slow. He takes
No.
a long ass time.
I
I've
agree
been-
with
I
Matt.
was
Even
Freaking
more
James Gunn
reason
is
to
on
write during the
Adderall.
strike.
Just
Kingdom of
I-
Nerds, $5 YouTube Premium Fund.
James Gunn
Thank
has
you,
that
thank you.
limitless drug.
I agree with Max though, right?
Thank you.
Because two reasons. First thing is we know what James Gunn is like, right? We know that he
A hard worker.
Yes.
he says one thing, and he changes his mind the next, right? The second thing,
Give an example.
Give-
Have
oh,
examples?
the time when he says, "Oh, I didn't want to use Henry." I can't remember what exact tweet it was, but
Ben
I know there was,
Affleck? Oh, he's very interested.
yeah, Ben Affleck. That's a good.
How does that? How did he change?
I don't know. We're veering off.
He didn't change his mind or lie there.
Let's get back to Grace and writers during this.
No,
you know,
we
I
like
wanna hear
roasting you better.
No. Because also the second thing is WBD is also for sale. So obviously WBD.
Oh my god!
They're gonna sell.
Not
They're gonna
this
sell out the
discourse.
company. It's gonna sell up this. They're gonna sell
This
the
is
company.
the reason why we don't.
And
Oh, Grace has said.
Who are
that
they going to
they're
sell it
probably
to? Who are they going to sell it to? I think they're going to sell it to
Comcast.
Marvel.
No, it's gonna be Comcast Universal.
Marvel could afford them.
There's video proof of Zaslav, someone asking him at an investors meeting or something, and he was like, "Well, everyone's, there's always a price, or there's always a,
Everybody's up
sale."
for business. Yeah, that's pretty much.
So
what he said.
yes, it's not that crazy.
How much is
to
Marvel
think
going to
they
buy them
merge.
for?
No, I don't think it's going to be Disney or Marvel. No.
Don't you think James Gunn was put there as a mole to set up the sale
Hell
to
no,
Marvel
you
from Kevin
crazy.
Feige?
Let's
Don't you
relax,
think
let's
Kevin
relax.
Feige sent James Gunn there as a mole?
You're doing these
Don't you
crazy.
think Kevin Feige sent him there as a mole?
Let's
These
relax.
crazy straw man arguments, setting up these
I'm
weird
not creating
ass
it. I just want to know.
to dismiss. Yeah, he said everything's for sale, right?
Everything. Well, everything is for sale, but that includes
Warner
Even
Brothers
Max.
has merged.
And how's that different from
multiple times
before?
It's not crazy to think they might going into another merger.
How is that different from?
We are veering way off topic here.
Yeah.
Just because I said I think a lot of writers wrote during the strike, but not
No, you
everyone
said
because
James
Matt
Gunn
Reeves.
wrote during the strike, then changed
I
it
think he
once got
did.
put
Yes,
back.
because
Opinion figure drawing.
why do I? Has anyone been listening to my commentary lately about James? He is ready. He is firing on all cylinders. He's filming Superman Legacy as we speak, and then right after that, he's going right into Peacemaker season 2 and Waller. Come on, he's got so much stuff he's activating on now.
Yeah.
So yes,
ready for sale.
and I don't blame.
Stargate when
And
Whitaker Russell.
so it's on the record. I don't blame writers for writing during the strike, as long as they're not turning it in and it makes them look like a scab. And then let's hear what Grace. Yeah, because they're working during a strike. They're working on their projects. They're just not turning it in. Here we go.
And you can decide how you feel about that. I think on the one hand, you might be like, good for you not being a scab, Matt Reeves. And on the other hand, you might be like, why the heck do I got to wait so long, Matt? Everybody else was writing during the writer's strike.
See?
Why didn't you? Like, you just didn't have to
He
pitch
hired
during
him
the
figure
writer's
drawing.
strike, man. You could have written
Batman Griffin
privately.
Bold.
Right? I don't know what that James Gunn wrote during the writer's strike, but I mean, nothing else would explain
He
how
hired
he was
him
able
figure
to
drawing.
completely rewrite the script in such short record time.
He rewrite his script. Well, now that
Figure
she's
drawing.
going with
Send me
her
his
own rumor.
letterbox.
She's going with her own rumor as to why he was able to rewrite his script so much. But she's also saying that his original draft had a lot more to do with the Middle East. And there was actually some proof.
She's mad that
shooting
her
in Norway.
swoop didn't come true.
No, there was actually.
It seems like she's a little bitter.
No, James Gunn actually went out on Threads and said, he said, "Oh, I debunked the terrorist part, not the Middle East part."
What
Recently,
about Stephen King? What about Tom Cruise?
Recently.
Figure drawing?
Good
What about
God.
Stephen King?
Don't perp. I'm trying to make a point here. James Gunn, in the last few weeks,
point has been
the last few weeks, he basically said where he was debunking the terrorism in the Middle East. So he clarified recently. He debunked that a while ago when she came out with the story that it had to do something with the Middle East. And he said, I debunked the terrorism part, not the Middle East part.
Can you bring up the actual thread?
Oh my goodness. I'm not going to find everything with every. This was just covered like a month ago on Movie Talk. James Gunn. Does anyone else remember it? I don't know.
A lot of people thinking
it's getting to the point where I have to pull up receipts for every single thing I say.
Yes, because you're Max.
No, because this just was news a month ago, where he's like, I'm debunking the terrorism part, not the Middle East part. Like it's a fictional Middle East country, but it's sort of like the Middle East.
I hope it's just in the TV in the background for like 3 seconds.
Maybe
Middle Eastern scene.
All right, here we go.
Losing their shit over.
But I will tell you something else in defense of James Gunn, because I'm a fair person. Everybody wrote during the writer's strike.
That's what I think too. I think what Grace is thinking.
Yeah, look at you.
You personally, it's subjective.
Glowing.
So that means maybe personally
Grace
he found it really good. Figure drawing, just like I personally found it really good. And I could see people thinking, and you're saying that James Gunn, it's not James Gunn's test.
Is Burp having a battle with figure
drawing?
Yeah,
I like debating. So of course I'm going to do this with figure drawing. Sorry.
Okay. Is it really debating?
Taladi, do you remember when James Gunn recently said he was debunking the terrorism part, not the Middle East part?
Yes.
He was clarifying to a fan. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
How can he load the flash like that? One scene, the baby scene. You can't see James Gunn loving the crap out of that baby scene with his Looney Tune antics. Figure drawing, you're full of crap.
Looney Tune antics.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
you don't know James Gunn. You don't know cinema.
I remember back.
So in fact, Matt Reeves is the dummy, because everybody was writing during the writer's strike. I know a lot of writers who freaked out halfway through the writer's strike when they discovered that every other writer was writing. They're like,
She says she has sources that they were like, "What? Other people were writing, and I'm put my pen down." Yeah,
what kind of dummy?
Wait, so somebody's going to tell a scooper that they were writing during the strike? Come on, man. That's like a.
Are we still being naive? Like, oh, no one wrote it because there was a strike. Come on. Now, I wouldn't. Perp is part of the industry, so I wouldn't blame him for denying it. But
I didn't deny it. I said, yeah, it probably did happen. A bunch of people were like, yeah. I literally got a call from my manager saying the thing to do right now is doing short films and then having a script. So when the strike is over, you have a short film presented. Hey, I did this during the strike, and here's the script for the feature version of it. Yeah, I believe that happened.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't know why everyone's getting on me about this. All right. Let's see.
Not everybody, just me.
The problem is because you don't think Matt Reeves did that.
and then they were like,
because his project's delayed, and also because he's
slow, but you still don't believe. You think every writer did it for Matt Reeves for your own narrative.
I think most did it, not every. I think most.
For some reason, you picked out Matt Reeves out of all of them
because his project's delayed and he takes forever as it is without a strike.
Okay, so why can't it just be that he takes forever and not
how long
he's not writing?
You know how long it took him to present the treatment for the Batman? The Snyderverse was still a thing.
Oh,
Zack Snyder was before Justice League. He had a meeting to take over Ben Affleck's Batman, and instead he did his thing, and he pitched his own idea for Batman, and he took Ben Affleck's spot because Ben Affleck was having some issues. He was in rehab at that time. That's how long ago Matt Reeves was started the project. They were taking meetings with
2019.
They were taking meetings with multiple directors, Warner Brothers, because Ben Affleck was having issues and he couldn't. He was supposed to direct Batman himself. He wrote the script for Batfleck movie, and they met with directors to see if someone was direct Ben Affleck's treatment. And Matt Reeves took his shot and said, "I want to do my own thing."
Like Matt Reeves said, Batman's script is amazing. It's like James Bond-esque. Like
that took forever to come to fruition. Forever.
I agree with Rhea.
It was also 3 hours.
Everything was pushed back, including the Penguin, and Penguin was coming on first.
Well, the Penguin's coming up
delayed,
this year.
so Batman had to be delayed because it ties directly into the Penguin.
Now, the Penguin's coming out this year, unless it get delayed until next year.
But another thing too, guys, this is the second time the Batman has been delayed.
Oh no, Buzzard!
James
This is
Gunn
the
hates
first
this
time.
project. He hates
No, this is the first time.
The first Batman was delayed because of I think
COVID. Yeah, it was COVID. The first
shit.
one was
The guy
delayed
got
because of COVID.
The main dude.
James Gunn wants nothing to do with Matt Reeves of Batman. He would.
Why would he?
Very badly.
This one was the first time it got delayed.
Well,
James Gunn could also play it smart, where it's like, you know what, that has nothing to do with me. I don't care what you do. With Just get me the money. I don't care. And this is what's happening because of that. Like the producers are falling apart over there. Maybe because James Gunn isn't helping.
This part is from Scoopers that they said James Gunn did actually meet Matt Reeves. Now this is all Scoopers and rumors.
They met in the ring.
They met Matt Reeves to ask him if he would be included, and he said, "No, I got my contract. I'm doing my own thing on my own, and not included in your universe." Oh, so that probably didn't help.
Did you add that flair and tone?
I don't blame him. He started it out different, separate.
Yeah,
and it's the same. That's why I said there's a consistent.
Maybe that's why it's falling apart because it's not in line with the DCU, so the resources are not there for the producers.
No, they let Christopher Nolan do his own thing too.
No, bro, James Gunn say that Matt Reeves is working with him on his Arkham TV show for the
that's
Batman
within universe, but the Batman is not. That's weird.
That's weird because
talking about DC.
Okay, this is getting weird now. So now Matt Reeves is working on two things: one in-house and one not in-house. Like that's
the Arkham series is rumored to be within James Gunn's universe.
Yeah, one of these things are going to go.
But it wouldn't make sense because Matt Reeves' take on Batman it will be different than James Gunn.
But they according to Scoopers, including Grace,
Matt Reeves has to come up with two different Jokers, possibly, or two different villains.
Who knows? They met with Matt Reeves.
But Matt Reeves has to come up with them, apparently.
And he did not want to include the patents of Batman.
So weird.
Because that's a part of his contract. He doesn't want to be involved with that.
Yeah, this is Scoopers. I'm not buying it.
Maybe the Arkham series came about from those meetings. Like, well, I could do this instead. Who knows? I don't know. If the Batman Part 2's delayed and the Penguin's delayed,
have two clay faces.
I have serious doubts about the Arkham series too, though.
Instead of giving it to another creative, he's going to have Matt Reeves come up with two clay faces for Arkham and then his Batman.
No, I don't think the Arkham series. I haven't heard any progress on that. I think that's kind of back burner.
Just to clarify, everyone. It's not the Arkham video game series. It's the Arkham TV series. Just to clarify. Yes. There is,
and you already got Joker 2. I don't think that's a priority right now, honestly.
Joker 2, that's coming out next.
I know they've met, but have we even seen James Gunn in the same place with Todd Phillips or on set or anything like that? No, he's not. He doesn't care about any of this. It's
he cares. He cares.
I don't think so.
He hates it exists.
I think he's okay. Let me tell you, he's a professional then, where he's going to let them do what they can, and if they need help, he'll give it. But for the most part, I don't think anyone's going to be asking for help, and I think that's what's going on here, where these kind of productions are kind of falling apart because they're not in line with the full-on resources of WB, DCU Studios, all this stuff. It's getting messy. So one of these, I'm starting to believe the Batman could get cut completely, this sequel.
I don't think so.
I'm starting to believe it because this is I'm thinking about this now.
The DCEU has no control over its most valuable property, which is Batman. Without a doubt, Batman is by far its most valuable property, way more than anything else they have.
You know what it could be? It could be that they want to see if the Penguin lands like Peacemaker did, and then they might. No. Listen. No, I could no. Well, why would that? Why would that be crazy? Let's develop your project more, Matt. We're focusing on James Gunn's universe. Let's see if the Penguin lands, and then we'll activate on the Batman 2. And if it underperforms, I don't think you're getting a full trilogy. So I would think
be a filmmaker. How long is Matt Reeves going to wait for this?
Oh my God, Lord have mercy. Bro.
No, it's why is that a strange take? See if the Penguin show does good viewership.
No, bro.
What did Grace?
They have the Penguin show.
What did Grace just say at the beginning of this? If it doesn't, grab the viewer retention. And if the Penguin show doesn't do good, you still develop the Batman 2. I'm not saying it's going to be canceled, but who knows if it's going to get to a trilogy. It depends on the perception of the Penguin and the Man.
That makes no sense to me.
Why would that make no sense?
To hang a trilogy on a TV show on Max.
And the Batman 2. I still think the Batman 2 is going to happen, but see what happens.
You don't think the Batman 2 is going to make money? That they're going to cancel?
I think you need to go rated R.
No, I think it will, but it's got to do somewhere near the first numbers.
Rated R.
It's Batman. It will.
Not necessarily.
Let's get the first. That's the only thing I can see James Gunn doing is like that it would be
Why?
Like, okay, this is.
Am I saying anything crazy here? Like I don't know what's going on.
No, you're not.
The whole industry is saying.
I'm so freaking conflicted with this thing because it's so.
The whole industry. What did Grace say at the beginning of this live stream? You know, they're worried about viewer retention.
You cannot have a TV show, bro. The general audience do not watch TV shows.
Well, I said it. All I said that was so crazy apparently is that it depends on the reception of the Penguin show and the Batman 2. If it becomes a full trilogy, that's not that crazy. You know, Christopher Nolan seemed like he wanted to move on after The Dark Knight anyway, but you know, he got his full trilogy because The Dark Knight numbers went through the roof. You got to have a strong showing.
Are we going to finish the Grace video?
Yeah,
Okay.
It's 57 minutes.
I'm not mad, Max.
Their friends would be like, "Oh yeah, I'm almost done with like 3 scripts. So as soon as the strike is over, I can hit the ground running." And then all the other writers freaked out and were like, "Oh my god, I got nothing!" And so everybody wrote during the strike. So Matt Reeves, I mean, he should have been writing, quite frankly. I mean, because now
what makes you think he wasn't? Oh my god,
this is too long a break.
I can't with this.
I think this is
because it's delayed. That's why. Yes, I have nothing to prove it. It's just my opinion.
But you're talking about it like it's fact, like you do every time.
No, I said I don't think so.
I'm telling you, it's an absolute mess to try to deal. Like I know it seems like we could do it. It could be done. I understand it could be done. 2 different Batmans, 2 different resources being used by WB resources being used in 2 different productions. I understand, but it's going to be difficult as shit. Okay, it could be done, but it's difficult. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's happening.
Regardless,
even with script writing, it's going to be a headache.
Regardless, Brave and the Bold.
Was Joker already in production when James Gunn was hired, or like they were cleared for production? Okay, that's why nothing happened with Joker 2.
A long time ago.
Okay, that's why nothing happened with Joker 2.
I don't think Brave and the Bold is coming out until 2028 anyway. So it doesn't matter how long it takes for the Batman to come out. There's no script, there's no actors hired, and there's so many other projects before Brave and the Bold.
It could be, Max, it could literally be Matt Reeves. Okay, since we're speculating, Matt Reeves turned in a script and James Gunn saw it and is like, shit, he's using similar shit to my stuff.
That's
we can't
true.
be doing that. We can't be doing that.
Right.
And they have to take it back to formula.
Right.
No, because his Batman take is different. His Batman take is more darker than James Gunn.
I understand, but there could be similar scenes or plot elements.
There's not going to be no similar shit.
Why? But maybe that's what happened. Is what I'm saying. Versus, I'm just saying that could have been why they need to hold back.
Batman, the
okay,
Brave and the Bold,
like if we're speculating that,
Reeves.
for some reason Matt Reeves wasn't writing during the writer's strike when everyone else was.
I think it would make a lot of sense for whoever's in charge, James Gunn, Zaslav together, Safran, to meet with, and they did say they met with Matt Reeves. They did actually said that, Perp. They said we're meeting with Matt Reeves. Now the Scooper said to see if he would have his version join what they're doing, but also to make sure that there's no conflicts with characters. They said that. Yes. Even if it's a different tone.
Yeah.
Even if there's a different tone.
They could have similar scenes.
If you are actually going to release Batman the Brave and the Bold and the Batman Matt Reeves trilogy within the same time frame and have 2 Batman, you have to make sure that there's not conflicting.
That they're radically different. Yes.
Yeah.
They could have, and maybe in that meeting they said, you know what? I know what we're going to do. You could have your R-rated version. The next Batman, write an R-rated version of the script, and they have to go back, take it back to the formula. They're going to go
writing it Brave and the Bold
twice as hard, because that's going to counteract Brave and the Bold.
I don't remember the writer. Was it?
There's so many possibilities.
No,
people go with their narrative to
Brave and the Bold.
They don't have a writer.
They don't have a writer, bro.
Okay.
They don't have a writer.
But what if that meeting, it was like James Gunn gave him the green light to do a rated R script?
Think.
Scuddy's doing his TV show, prequel show for HBO for next year. So
I think Matt Reeves thinks he's Ted Nolan, and he thinks he knows he's getting a sequel after producing that first movie and the success it had, and he's taking his sweet time, and he knows he's staying out of. He has nothing to do with whatchamacallit, Gunn's universe or whatever.
Gunverse, baby.
What Grace said when she was reporting on the meetings with, I think they did meet with Matt Reeves, James Gunn, and Safran. Now, what was discussed in there, we don't know, and the scoopers don't know for sure.
I thought they were just having lunch.
But
they just happen to be at the same
anything in Hollywood just a lunch? Oh my God!
No, they had. No, you don't have just lunch. No, they definitely had a meeting.
Into each other at Chipotle.
I think Bruce was trolling though.
Yeah.
They got a bowl with brown rice, extra cheese, and guac.
They had
but what the scoopers were saying was Matt Reeves said, "I have my contract," because his contract was signed with Hamada, I believe, and he's got an ironclad contract that he doesn't have to have.
That's my favorite verse right now.
Yeah,
Hamada verse.
Really?
Yep.
So
without a doubt,
we got Creature Commandos ready to go. We
I'm
filmed
excited for it.
We got the writer and director of Supergirl,
you can argue
Woman of Tomorrow. You got Authority is coming out before Brave and the Bold. We know that.
And you can argue that you don't need Batman right now. I can hear that argument.
You don't.
But I still think there's a Batman problem. I still think there's a Batman problem.
I think the problem is you don't read Batman comics.
Listen.
You would think
Gatekeeper. I will read. I want to read more. I want to read Batman comics.
Well, I gave you the site, so just saying.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't. When did you give that to me?
The same time I gave it to Voltaire.
He gave us that Russian site.
Okay.
So he's waiting for these 3 movies to be finished. I'm just surprised he's not. I'm surprised they delayed it. You'd think it'd be the opposite. He'd want him to get these movies over with, and just so he could be done with this, and then eventually introduce Batman later on down the road. His Batman.
I love Matt Reeves.
Put everything on hold.
I love Matt Reeves, but he does. If you looked at his fandom interview, he kind of does. He's into himself, and he
thinks he's Ted Nolan.
He thinks he is like Christopher Nolan or something.
I mean, he is.
Which I don't. He's at that level.
Nolan just won an Oscar. I don't think Matt Reeves is getting one for a while.
He thinks he is.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but Matt Reeves is. You could say that he's in almost the same level. Obviously,
honestly, I like the Planet of the Apes movies, but I don't think the second and the third one were that amazing. Like I actually like.
Now you're smoking crack. Lord got mercy.
I think they were good.
I didn't even watch the third one. I didn't like the second one.
But you know what, Matt?
I thought they were decent.
He's got.
They weren't bad movies.
He's got control of one of the biggest pieces of IP in all of movies, and that's where he's. And he made it. What was it? $850,000 movie. I mean, he's got a lot of power.
Too much for Max. No, listen, I like Matt. I'm not shading on Matt Reeves, but he thinks he's a higher caliber than he is. I think
I agree with that. I wouldn't say that either. I mean, we don't know what he thinks.
I haven't read his interviews. That's just my interpretation after seeing the fandom thing. It was
Matt Reeves. I mean, I appreciate that Matt Reeves want to make good stuff and not terrible.
And I'm not saying Planet of the Apes movies were bad. It's just I don't know why everyone was raving about the second and third one. I actually like the one with the one with John Lithgow and the guy that got canceled. What's his name?
James Franco.
James Franco with Baby Caesar. That was some powerful stuff. I love that one where he tries to find a cure for his father's dementia, Alzheimer's, and then seeing. I
think Rise of the Planet of the Apes would have been better if it starred Nicolas Cage instead of James Franco. That would have been great.
Yeah. No, but does anyone like Rise? I love that movie. I wasn't
actually a fan of Matt Reeves's Apes movie either.
I like the first one.
I didn't. Yeah, that wasn't Matt Reeves.
I like
That's not
all.
Matt, that's not Matt
Oh,
Reeves.
then I don't
Matt
like
Reeves
the
gets
other
Matt Reeves gets credit. No, Matt Reeves gets credit for the whole trilogy, and he
yeah,
was not
no,
the
he
one
just
who
did the second two. I didn't like. I loved the first 15 minutes of the second one when they were doing sign language, and it felt like it was a foreign film with apes. I thought that was awesome. And then they started talking, and then the humans get involved, and I hated it.
You just hate anything that's not indie.
I love Madam
Oh,
Web.
he's
I love
calling
Madam
you out,
Web.
Burp. He's
What are
right.
you talking about? Michael Bay's not indie, Anthony.
I love Madam Web. I just said that to troll.
Michael Bay has not made a good movie in a decade anyway. So
No, the
people
CGI
like
apes. The CGI apes in Planet of the Apes were really good.
Yeah,
I mean, but that's the one thing I really liked about the Tim Burton Planet of the Apes. Though was the practical makeup was amazing.
Hell no, you smoking crack. Good luck with that.
No, CGH returned. I don't mean to throw shade on your Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, no, he loves those. Hey, the new one looks sick. I will say, I'm gonna watch it in the theaters. I love the new one. The new
Max, is
trailer.
it true you haven't read Batman?
The Matt Reeves one weren't for
or
me.
Watchmen? You should read those
No,
two
I
things.
haven't.
Year one is really good, and it's not long. Figure drawing's right. It's like 40-minute read, and you can read it on the toilet if you want to. That's easy.
And then after you read that, you could read Joker year one.
And then after that, you could release the back.
I'm streaming.
And then after that, you could read Raven the Bull by Grant Morrison.
Yeah, give me a stack. I'll read them all.
And after that, we could do a reaction.
Actually, just let me borrow them, Bruce. You'll get them back. I promise.
No.
No, he's gonna read them on the toilet, Bruce. Don't give them to him.
No,
Yeah,
he's
you can
not
read
like
this.
me. No, he's not like me.
I can't even see what the hell is that. The frog.
The fog.
The frog.
The Carpenter one? That's what is that?
Yes,
Is that
it's a continuation of the Carpenter one.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
See that, Max?
All right.
You should get a sign by him.
A Superman comic, graphic novel.
Who wrote it? Who wrote that, Brucifer?
It's written by Bodera. I don't know who that is.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see if Grace. I didn't see this end of this part of.
Well, I'm gonna head out though. It's been an awesome conversation. Good show. Hope no one took anything.
No, there's some stuff. I actually hope to check out your stream if you could cover that on the new what she's saying that the executives are looking for with watch time and stuff. And it doesn't even matter awards. That's sad.
I think that's that. I don't know if I buy that because awards do bring watch time. Like if you look at the past most popular films this past week, it's like all the freaking nominees.
That's a fair point.
So I don't know.
And
it's an interesting conversation for sure.
You agree with me that there's sort of a Batman problem? I can accept two Batman, but it's like, what do you do?
I think it's harder to make two Batmans and people realizing there's all these other problems and pitfalls and all these things that could happen during pre and production that even I'm not realizing. So I do think it's harder than people think. I think it's possible though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean,
have a good show, guys.
See you too.
I think he's gonna keep Batman in his back pocket and tease him a little bit here and there, and then introduce him when these Matt Reeves movies are done.
Well, officially, there's only one more left.
They're going to do a trilogy.
There's no trilogy. They're not doing a trilogy. They don't have
if
to.
this one hits $1 billion, they're not going to do a third one?
Why not? We'll have Brave and the Bold. I'd rather have Brave and the Bold with the Bat family than another Matt Reeves Batman movie.
Oh, you just were giving me hell saying that the trilogy is not a definite after they see how the Penguin does.
No, I said that a trilogy is not going to happen. It's not written in stone. It really isn't. It hasn't been decided.
Depends on what happens.
But
I think
you're saying it's not happening for the wrong reason.
What? Yeah, based on the reception of the Penguin and Batman 2?
I have to agree with
kidding me?
I have to agree with Bruce on this one.
No, I think after, if they were smart, Matt Reeves.
Awesome, CJ.
If Matt Reeves is smart, he would write Batman 2 and 3 back to back and film those two movies back to back. So and just have them and have one release in 2026 and have the other one.
I don't think he's that kind of director. I would agree.
I don't think he is, but that would be smart if he did.
Get it over with for James.
Get it over, yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? It's interesting though. It's interesting. Do we really believe he didn't write during the writer's strike, or did he do something and he went to the studio and they said, you know what, we don't like this. Maybe go back and change some things. I mean, because this delay after it's suspect to me. I don't know. It just doesn't seem right.
Well, I think they're gonna probably wait and see what happens with these next projects too, the other DC projects
Well,
too.
if the script isn't right, I mean written, it's almost half the year is almost up. You know, they can't start filming in 4 or 5 months and finish, can they?
No, it's not. It's not like the Superman situation.
You want them to rush a movie out?
But Bruce, I'll say this as well. It's like WB needs a big hitter for 2025, right? Which is
Superman.
the big hitter.
Legacy.
Yeah, which is Superman. No, it's not Legacy.
It's not Legacy anymore.
Bastards.
Language. But what was I going to say? But with the big hitter, it just also adds to the fact that then Zaz loves to say, look, hey, we got Matt Reeves' Batman in development. We've just had Superman just come out, so you've got a big IPs there waiting for you. If they get sold within next few months.
Matt Reeves doing a Justice League movie? No.
Do you think Joker 2 is going to hit $1 billion?
No.
It doesn't need to.
No,
yes.
I think it will.
I don't think it
Lady
needs
Gaga
to,
takes it over $1 billion, takes it over the mark.
I say
They're underestimating the power of Lady
Gaga. Remember that first Joker trailer? I watched that trailer 50 times. If that trailer slaps like the first trailer did,
I think Gaga's going to bring out the monsters.
What are you, a 15-year-old girl?
Yeah, all the monsters. Is that what they call them, Bruce, for the monsters? The Gaga fans?
Monsters. Yes.
Yeah, they're all going to come out. It's going to get a whole new audience.
Would you stop trolling my panel? I love Anthony and Taladia.
Oh, thank you, Zeno.
And don't be applauding.
Voltaire,
what did you do with that? He was being an ass.
I said thank you, but that's not nice.
Yeah, okay.
For the compliment.
He's trying to troll people. Stop it.
I don't condone you. But he basically say, I don't condone.
Zeno hates it when I say, be nice, Zeno. Be nice.
We're done with the video yet? Like,
I don't condone your behavior, but thank you.
Oh my God, it's been like an hour watching this person.
Okay, all right.
2 hour mark.
A long time to get more Batman. And who knows who might own Warner Brothers by that point?
Yeah.
They might be like, oh, let me see the script. Let me see it. And then I'll be like, I don't like it. And Matt Reeves will be like, no, if only I'd let James Gunn be part of my universe. I mean, like, you got to be careful. Sometimes you can fidget with something too much. Sometimes you just got to strap in, baby, and go.
I think she's right.
So we'll see. Yeah, who knows what Robert Pattinson's going to look like by then? He might be a full-on adult.
Full-on adult.
It's too long. Also, what about this Penguin show? Although the Penguin show, if I had somehow managed to see it, I would think was a little bit of a weird style. Not necessarily bad, but more Sopranos than comic book show.
If I would have seen
that's great. I'm excited for that now, if that's true.
Yeah, I think they could use another Sopranos that's not Sopranos, Yeah.
And the Penguin is that type of character, similar to.
He says it's a weird sell, though.
But it's too long.
She's weird.
It's too long. And I have to tell you, I think it would actually have been beneficial to James Gunn to have the two things open the same summer or the same year. I think it would have been nice to have Batman and Superman because even though they're not technically part of the same universe, they look like they are. So I'd have Robert Pattinson and David Cornsweet. That's right, Ben 10. I'd have them walking around together saying, oh, hey, what's up?
I do not need to see that whatsoever.
That's a good comment, Zeno. Crime dramas are great, but if you add Batman to it, I want to see more Batman. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
If it's weird that he's absent from the show, it's that's a big obstacle too. I still have high hopes for the Penguin show.
I'll be honest, I don't think Batman will show up in the show. If he does, I'll be shocked. Maybe Bruce Wayne, sure.
I don't think he'll show up. And it's going to be weird. It's going to be. That's always when they try these derivative things. but the main character you want is not in it.
Or you set up these weird roles like he can't be in it. I'm like, what?
Yeah, like I don't need to see why. I don't get why would Batman show up? Oh yeah, Penguin is doing something bad.
I would totally be like the director of the Penguin series. I would kind of force the hand up, like you need to get a cameo in there at least.
Yeah, I mean, do I think? I mean, it's a small possibility that Batman could show up at the end, maybe. But other than that, that's it. Like, not the first 8 episodes of the shows. What is 8 or 9, whatever it is?
Maybe, I don't know, but that's what I think. Corey D. Force says, "Is this a good thing? Could this give them some time to change Batman to the main universe? If Superman does really good, let's see. I mean, we haven't heard anything about Brave and the Bold. That's for sure, because the Flash. We told him not to sign Andy Muschietti before the Flash opened, but he did it anyway, and now he's stuck. What a mess. Slow down, slow your roll, man. Slow."
This might be. I don't know if Joe was tired, wanted to go, or he does not. He really doesn't like scoopers, and I don't think he's a big fan of Grace either. So he probably didn't want to hear her BS.
Well, he did everything to get him
fair. He'll say
by her. So
no, he'll say that himself. I don't like.
That's
Grace
anti-woman. I support women creators, female creators.
I think she does great content. This is a good stream she's putting on there.
Your freaking roll. I think that would be someone should just knit a pillow for James Gunn that says "slow down," and stay off social media. Will be on the flip side of the pillow.
Oh boy, Max, you like that?
Comic-Con, but like, why?
I don't care. It gives me something to talk about movie talk, but I don't think he's doing himself favors. But
he's gotten better, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's gotten better. Yeah, I think I've seen an improvement. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you ask him a good question, he will answer. If you don't, he's not going to answer.
I think that's great for the people to get a response from him.
Absolutely.
That his fans really love it. Okay.
For that tweet, because somebody said like, "Hey, dude, are you going to be at Comic-Con?" And he was like, "No, I'm going to be filming." And you're like, "Well, what? We don't have to answer that person. Just don't answer him, or say, I don't know, dude." I mean, plenty of creative people, especially ones who run a
saying I don't know would be disrespectful to a fan.
And go to California for 2 days and go run a panel.
What?
Yeah.
It's like, no, you got to stay on the Superman.
Why would you pause filming, wasting money and time to
That's
go
what
to
Kathy
a
does.
Comic-Con? Oh,
that's what Star Wars Celebration does to get hype.
Uh-oh.
They've done it for every single project they announce at Star Wars Celebration.
I think it's a mistake. Well, they have their own thing, right? That DC, whatever it is. Are they doing that again?
No, that was only for the pandemic.
That was only for the pandemic, yeah.
Well, he should go to Comic-Con and he should announce some stuff. I mean, he really should.
You got Peter Safran to go to Comic-Con.
Oh, is he going? Okay, well, that's something.
I would assume he would.
No, there's no.
But there's nothing to announce. What are they going to announce and show?
Just like, hey, we're doing great, everybody. Get ready.
Then the next day, DC shows up and showed nothing at Comic-Con.
He could show up with a cast.
You could give a teaser role, but I'm assuming James really wants.
No. He says he's not going to be a teaser this year for Superman Legacy. Next year.
I'm with him on that. He shouldn't do a teaser this year. He should let people.
No. He said not this year. Next year.
Build the hype.
People are like crackheads wanting to see that suit. Give me the suit. Give me the suit. I'll do anything for the suit.
You are too.
Mom, I don't care. What are you talking about?
That's what the underwear on the outside or inside.
I just want him to wear a thong inside.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, why paint yourself into a corner? And then if he does show up, everyone's going to be like, "You said you weren't going to show up, man." I mean, who's going to run that meeting? Peter Safran? I give that a 0. If there is a DC panel, you bet your bottom dollar that James Gunn is going to be sitting there because he's the face of the gun. It's the Gunverse. He is not. He very much is plastered all over that thing, and even more so than Feige.
I agree.
James Gunn is picking up paychecks. He's not. He doesn't get.
It's
not a group rate for DC. He gets paid per job.
She's given the straight poop.
Getting side-eyed from a lot of people in the industry.
The straight
I have a lot
scoop.
Of writer friends who are
That's
like,
a poop, but you know what I mean.
He's writing that one too, huh? Another job for Gunn taken from another writer. All right.
Did she just say? Whoa! Did she just say James gets paid per project?
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell she means, but okay.
No, I mean, I guess if each project that he writes and directs,
why won't he get paid?
No one. No, but you're creative. I don't know how his pay structure works. Like, if he does more, if he takes on more writing, directing, he gets paid more. Besides just
No,
being
he still get the same money
What,
as he
what
get
else
as the
is he writing
CEO. Bro.
besides
Creature
Peacemaker,
Commando,
and Superman?
Waller.
No, he's not doing Waller. Those are
He's
the
not doing
Doom
Waller.
Patrol people that is doing that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's not doing that.
That's only 3 projects.
He's only doing
Superman Legacy, Creature Commando, Peacemaker.
Yeah, that's it. There's only 3 projects. I think he might do that.
I think if the authority, I would think.
Yeah, I think he's gonna do that one. I think he's gonna do that one. He's gonna do that one. I think he's gonna do that. Other than that, that's it.
He's really overworking himself.
Because he say after I've done these projects, I have to lay back and stuff like that. So what you mean?
Well, I said the real test is when he hires other people to write and direct.
For sure. So far, he hired one so far.
Well, Waller and Batman the Brave and the Bold.
Yeah, the Rages Andy and the Doom Patrol people. Other than that, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no,
All
and
right.
James Mango. I keep forgetting about him because he's
James. That's to develop it, but there's no progress on that
because
whatsoever.
I keep forgetting because James Mango is doing the biopic of.
He's actually James Mangold seems to be in like a little bit of a tension war with Lucasfilm and DC. Whatever.
Well, whoever his agent he paid him the most money, obviously.
Well, he told people last year, like he told reporters asking which one is going to come first, the Raven, the Bull. I mean, the Swamp Thing script or the Star Wars first. He said whichever one comes, that's the one. That's the first movie I do. And so
that means whoever pays him the most first,
we'll probably wrap up this topic. I want to see what she says the next minute or two, and then if we have any other topics, I don't want to go too late tonight. Strange Marvel theories. Good morning. I'm officially on my week vacation. Awesome, Strange.
Congratulations.
Yeah. All right. Let's give her another minute to see if she drops any other tea. I didn't see all this.
They better be good. Although I really like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and the holiday special. So you never know.
Now's the time where you tell me everything's
all right, you know what?
okay. Everything's gonna be okay.
You don't know.
Commercials there. All right. Not fans of Grace.
I love Grace. That's misogynistic on Bruce's part.
That's fine.
Is there any other topics?
An hour and a half of Grace will do that to someone. No.
Should I bring up good news of Twitter or okay? Go ahead, Taladia.
Oh no.
Yes. Go ahead. Sorry, Taladia.
I think there is one thing I think that we should talk about, and obviously it's to do with comics, right? And this is Lucifer things too. And I would like to talk about like what comics people should pick up, considering we got Superman coming out, we got Batman, or even the Batman 2 and all of that. And it got me thinking, like, maybe we should do a comic coverage on the channel.
Okay. Well, you bring up the articles.
I do that every Sunday.
Isn't that a TV show already?
I do that every Sunday.
Yeah, I know that, but you know what I mean, though, Christopher. Like to have like a little segment on MME just to
that.
Sure. You guys do that, and I'll cover it.
The problem with that is not enough people on the panel read comic books, and I don't have time to explain everything to everyone.
Okay, that's understandable.
The problem with that, Brucifer, was you tried to give Max homework that he didn't do.
Yeah. I can't even get him to do a proper thumbnail. I can't even get him to do slides once a week.
You can't even get him
Brucifer does. Yeah, go check out Kingdom of Nerds. Nice thought, Taladia. But I'll be honest, if it's listen, some people might call me
a spotlight on one comic book story each week, if that's fine.
Yeah, that.
No, but that'd be awesome. Yes.
No, that's a good idea.
Bruce does a great job with that, Taladia. There is room for that. I know you and Jared do comic stuff too. Go check out Taladia and Comics League as well. But honestly, my time, Bruce knows I'm running ragged with errands from my family. Like I have little time. Like and my job, the way it is right now, it's hard to get reading in while I'm working. I can't do it.
I mean, I'm trying to get you out that tape hunters and start building a comic collection.
Well, no, I do want to do tape hunters again. It's just I got to be really working on a budget.
I have something to recommend for anybody who wants to start reading comics. They actually continued the story for Army of Darkness, the Evil Dead universe. They continued that in comics. They continued Basic Instinct in comics recently, and they continued American Psycho in comic. If you don't want to go the superhero route,
yeah.
All right. Well, here is. I think we covered this last night, but now there's an article. There's 2 articles here we could cover real quick.
Okay.
Steven Spielberg plans to produce, not direct, the Ready Player One sequel. I actually bought Ready Player One on Steelbook. I never really watched it again after I watched it the first time. I like the movie. The special effects weren't like with all the cameo characters and all from all these other properties. It was cool, but I think it could have been done better. But I like the actors and the actresses in it. I thought it was fun. I want to give it another watch. I'm going to give it another watch. But I am happy they're going forward with the sequel, but he's just producing the sequel. And then people have said that the book sequel is not very good. I don't know if that's accurate or not because I don't read. There you go, chat. I figured what I was going to say. I need to read more. I need to read more. Okay. The film is set in 2045 with the world on the brink of chaos and collapse. That seems very interesting. But the people have found salvation in the Oasis, an expansive virtual reality universe created by the brilliant and eccentric James Halliday. What?
The first movie.
I own it. I watched it once in the theater. But I'm excited that they're continuing this universe. I know the book was before it was made a movie. The book did really good. You know.
Yeah. But the movie's better than the book. Not the second book from what Jacob was saying is not good. So they probably changed some stuff around. Other than that, I mean, I see it.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody been asking for a sequel, so yeah.
Oh, this just recaps the first one. All right. So, what do you think about the prospects of a sequel that Spielberg isn't actually directing? Is that a good thing, a bad thing? What do you think, Bruce?
What?
That Steven Spielberg's producing Ready Player One sequel,
but not directing.
Yeah. Do you think
I don't know.
You didn't see it?
I didn't see the first one, so I have no interest in the sequel or him directing.
I'll check it out if eventually if this ever comes out. I will check it out.
It's gonna stink if he doesn't direct it, and it's just using his name.
He usually just doesn't, like, every time he does one project, he let the other person direct, depending on who he select as the director. Yeah. So.
Hey, El Necron. Hey.
So yeah.
Talati, do you have any thoughts on Ready Player One?
I saw the first one. I really enjoyed it.
Are you glad they're continuing this universe?
Yeah.
I honestly didn't expect them to make a sequel.
Oh.
I mean, Ready Player One was really great, and I don't see why not continue on the series, right? I mean, there's a whole thing that they could put into the film that we've never seen before, right? Like they had Kong in the first one, they had the Batmobile in there, they had the Back to the Future thing. It's so cool. So just imagine what they could do in the second film.
Yeah, with the more IPs and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
So I'm happy they're giving another shot. I don't know if Spielberg's trying to turn us into a franchise though. Well, obviously with the sequel, but
I mean,
like
he
if
did
they,
with
Jurassic
he
Park.
did with Jurassic Park. So
Yeah.
yeah, probably.
I think it's more suited to a streaming TV show, truthfully. But
I don't think I
It would be
covered
too
this or
expensive for
you.
streaming.
I don't think I covered this last night or you covered it. Salem's Lot, the remake, is not going to theaters anymore. It's going to launch directly to Max, which is cool.
Really?
Shelving it. So
Yeah, I remember Stephen King was complaining about it as like how he has no update on the
well,
movie.
it's not like the second one was any good. It's horrible.
I mean, hey, at least it's coming out and people could see it because HBO
I'm
doesn't
glad it's
have
coming out. Anything for vampires. Let's go.
I love streaming.
All right. I would say,
my
Bruce, be ready to react as soon as it drops. This is
I
going
will
to
be doing that in the afternoon.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of There's going to be a lot of reactions to the Crow trailer. If it, I'll be real. If it is bad, it's probably you're gonna get.
We know
attention.
Lionsgate is trying to make a franchise out of this, so we know because outside of John Wick, they don't have that much stuff. Well, they have actually Twilight.
So-
that's going to be a show. That's going to be an animated show. But yeah,
Let's see if they have some shots of him where he doesn't look like Jared Leto's Joker.
Oh, is this a teaser here? There's a
little
teaser
bit.
already up.
But I don't think. But it
Full trailer
doesn't. It
tomorrow.
doesn't show. It doesn't show them.
Excuse me.
I don't know if if anyone has the time and you're on YouTube, react to that. I think that's going to be a highly. I think there's going to be a lot of reactions also because you're competing with another version. There's going to be a lot. Yeah, El Necron, Emo Crow. Yes, there's going to be a lot of
any other
people.
kind of Crow.
There's going to be a lot of people interested in other people's reactions to the Crow. That's all I'm saying. You know. React by pausing every second, unlike any other channel that plays trailers all the way through.
What?
People say I pause too much.
No, I think
I've seen that in your comments.
Yeah, but I mean, you have.
And I don't care. You got to be transformative for the. When you tell YouTube that this is fair use, I want to make sure I've covered all my bases, and I have a lot to say. Zeno says all Crow is emo.
I agree. It's
I think if you should do a trailer reaction to that too. Do you do trailer reactions? I know you do video game trailer reactions. Do you movie trailer reactions, Claudia?
Sometimes it depends on how strict they are because thinking about it, last time I did the movie trailer reaction, I got a copyright claim.
What?
Well, claim is fine. A strike is not.
No, but the claim.
Usually Warner Brothers, Lionsgate,
actually,
and
can I? Oh man, I wish El Necron. I wish you were available to react with Bruce for the Crow trailer.
That'd be awesome.
Oh my god, Lord, that would be terrible.
The reason why I don't do movie trailer reactions these days,
If you do this in live action, it looks terrible. My god.
I mean, I'll do a trailer like let's say for Superman or whatever, right? But like I did for Black Adam, I got a copyright claim.
Yeah, Warner Brothers doesn't play. Yeah, WB does.
Was it pre-recorded?
It was pre-recorded. Yeah.
Is the thing about Warner Brothers? The thing about Warner Brothers, what is Warner Brothers, Lionsgate, Universal, Paramount? They don't play around. Other than Disney like free promotion. Other than that, they don't. The other companies doesn't joke around.
Let me see here.
Yeah, because Taladi, me and Max did a reaction to Beyonce's new song, and I was up to like 1,000 views, and then I got blocked in every region like a week later.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
That's why I don't do I'm very skeptical on movie trailers, depending on if they got music in it. So if they got music in it, it's like a no-go. That is copyright.
If it passes the copyright test, Yes.
Look at that. El Necron says, hit me up tomorrow, Bruce.
Definitely.
I would love some Bruce and El Necron reactions to music videos too. Well, if you get El Necron on there, do a few reactions, Bruce, please.
You know, if you haven't already subscribed to Necron's channel, I'll put it in the chat. His witching hour was amazing, and he has a guest host or a guest wolf, the Necro Wolf, which is awesome. So check it out if you haven't.
All right, so let's do 5 mailbag questions, and we'll call it a night. I'm not going to do good news of Twitter tonight because it's already.
Yay!
I'm sorry. I'll try to be back tomorrow night, Voltaire, where we're definitely going to do the mailbag. Friday night, I actually, you know how much my regular job stresses me out. I actually signed up for extra hours to pay down some debt. So I'm going to be working till like 9 on Friday.
What?
It's all about
I might as well because
it's all about the money.
No, because there's something at my job that's changed in the next few months that I'm going to be doing something different. I'm like, I might as well try to get some extra time in. It's not even overtime; it's extra time because I'm not 40 hours. So for Friday night, so I'm going to be. I don't know if I'm going to stream Friday night, but tomorrow night I probably will. Necro Wolf is a terrible werewolf.
Oh,
just
a reminder as well that
why can't you have a Red Bull and vodka? Get some energy and stream on Friday night after a long day's
Hey,
work.
Max, pull up. I'll be. Hold on. Necro Wolf.
Nice. That's awesome.
Metal to the max. Let's go.
Well, I was going to say, awesome. Dial is doing a stream tomorrow as well. Midnight.
8 p.m. my time, Eastern time. We're going to celebrate Akira.
Oh, cool.
Toriyama.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Jacob McKenzie says thoughts on Dune Part 2 crossed 365 million at the worldwide box office. The movie had a budget of 190 million. That's great. It's a great success story for Denny. Voltaire, did you see Dune 2 yet?
I did.
Yeah.
I love it.
Bruce, I don't know if Bruce got a chance to see it. Did you get a chance?
Yes,
Bruce?
I saw it. Yes.
Oh yeah. Voltaire.
The first hour is
I didn't get
magic.
It's been
it's great. You can it's gonna end up making 750, which is good for a sci-fi movie. Good for them. I did not expect.
I'm very happy. Yeah.
I did not expect WB to be the #1 grossing studio this year.
No, and it's
the year just started
on superhero stuff.
Yeah, so
they've been doing good without superhero stuff.
Yeah, they've been doing good.
Better.
Yeah, they're doing better. And they got Godzilla vs. Kong next, the new one, and then they have Fury Road after that. So yeah.
What were you gonna say, Claudia?
No, I was gonna say the reason why I haven't seen it is basically because the Ramadan started. So
yeah,
it's been pretty hectic the last few days.
Sure.
And I had no internet, so I had to order a new Wi-Fi dongle.
Jesus.
Get the right dongle.
I mean, the UK internet is bad enough. If your dongle ain't working, it's even worse.
No, like I
bought terrible infrastructure there.
I bought this. That's what I bought.
Oh, okay. Well, you need that dongle.
Yeah, I need it. I need it for the Wi-Fi.
Thoughts on? Thank you, Jacob. Again, thoughts on Arnold Schwarzenegger will star as Santa alongside Alan Ritchson and the Man with the Bag. The film follows Santa as his magic bag is stolen, so he turns to his naughty list to find a former thief to help him plan a heist to get it back. That sounds like Arnold's doing the family
that sounds
stuff
like
again.
Jingo. I mean, that sounds like a sequel to Jingo all the way.
Yeah,
I'm glad. I like Alan Ritchson in Reach.
Wasn't that the plot to that Kurt Russell holiday movie that's on Netflix?
What?
Where he loses his bag and the elves have to find it.
I've never saw that one. I don't know.
You never seen that one?
Nah,
it's so good.
Never did.
I don't know. That sounds great to me. If Voltaire, Arnold go doing like a family holiday type film again, that sounds great.
I love Christmas movies, so yeah, sure.
It's been a long time he hasn't.
And I like Arnold.
Well, the last one he did, the The last one he did was back in 1990, so it's a long time.
And that's kind of like a
Oh, it's
passing
called
the
The
torch
Christmas
to Alan
Chronicles.
Richson is one of the
Christmas what?
newer
Chronicles.
action superstars. If Alan can make a big splash outside of Reacher, because he hasn't, Titans wasn't a big success. He was in something else too. He was in Smallville for a
Yes, he
little bit,
was.
I think.
Yeah, for like 4 seasons.
But let's see if he's a bigger. I don't know if he could. I think Reacher was a pivotal moment for him, even comedic timing too. So let's see if he becomes a big movie star after this.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Did Kung Fu Panda beat Dune 2 for the weekend?
Yes, it did.
Yeah,
I
it
was
did,
wrong.
yeah. I told you.
It's very rare L for
I
me.
can recall that. I gotta give him credit for that.
Yeah, it's going to beat it this weekend also.
All right, everyone's got to answer this. Would you rather fight Mike Tyson in a boxing match, or fight a grizzly bear barehanded in the Russian forests? Mike Tyson.
I'd rather take on a 52-year-old stoned Mike Tyson.
I'd rather fight the bear easily.
I don't want to be in Russia. I'm not Tucker Carlson. Like, I don't want to be. I don't think Russia's great.
Oh, I'm gonna check this. I've never seen this.
Look at this. Kurt
Besides
Russell
the
and
grizzly
Goldie
bear.
Hawn. There's
That's
2
great.
movies. A good movie. These are good holiday movies. If you haven't seen these,
I've never seen these ones.
They're on Netflix.
When were they released?
The first one was released in 2021 or 2022, and this part 2 was released last year.
I like Kurt Russell,
check
but
it
he's
out.
too thin to be playing Santa. But okay.
Well, everybody was calling him Hot Daddy Santa.
Well, when I was a kid, I watched an Overboard on VHS. Whew, Goldie Hawn, I had a crush on her.
That again, I've said it before. That's the example of how the media has changed the perception of what an attractive body on a woman looks like. Because Goldie Hawn's body now would not be. It was hot. You're right, Max. But now it would not be considered. She has no, assets.
Alan Akron, I'd love to have you on soon as well. I'd like to collab if you're available. No pressure. I'll reach to you on. But please, I would love to get you and Bruce reacting. I would, as a viewer, I would love to see that. Okay, so let me get back to the mailbag here. Okay, let's see if there's. I'm trying to get a variety of commenters. Okay, Isaac's here. Are you into horror movies, Max? If you are, what are your thoughts on First Omen? That's the type of stuff I do not want to watch, like omens and religious stuff, and like hereditary type stuff. I don't like stuff like people are possessed or.
Hereditary is brilliant. And by the way, there is news on Hereditary. It's being released in IMAX.
Okay.
And it's a brilliant movie.
Isaac, thank you for participating in the mailbag. He stuck that in there when he got a gift of membership last night. I said you could go in there, Isaac, and he did. Thank you. I'm new to horror. I want to. The older I get, the more I want to experience new entertainment, like new bands, new genres of music, new genres of movies. No, Zeno, I'm not. That stuff freaks me out because of my childhood, like the especially Hereditary, because of how much mental illness is in my family. I had some really bad nightmares when we used to visit my grandmother, who was in a really bad psychiatric ward hospitals. I can't do it.
All right.
Like, stuff like it's sort of like possession and mental illness is kind of similar. It's a similar type of thing. Slashers. I like.
Watch along. Exorcist.
I don't ever want to watch The Exorcist. I like slashers. Yes.
Exorcist is not scary though, but it is possession. Yeah.
Coming tomorrow from Kingdom of Nerds with Brian and Chris Bipolar, we reacted to Immaculate starring Sydney Sweeney. That trailer.
Oh, cool.
Ooh, jump scares got people during the reaction.
Really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
It's cool how she's a passion person of cinema. Like,
and there's
she thought like she was gonna she bought the movie from the director and then bought it back and brought him back to do it, which that's great.
For all you Sydney Sweeney fans, there is a bathtub scene.
What?
Yes, you can actually see areola.
What? What? Yeah.
In the
movie
trailer?
called?
Immaculate. Yes. After
I'm
the
gonna see
after
that
the
in
show,
IMAX.
after we end this stream, we can watch the trailer, Max.
Will it be in IMAX?
I already reacted to it.
This is
My
made. This is
God.
made. This
The
is made.
thirst on the panel right
I'm
now.
almost done. I'm almost done.
Zeno,
Few more minutes.
you know,
God.
people used to think people with mental illness were possessed, so I think I understand Max's position on that whole thing.
Yeah, it's just it freaks me out.
This has made Voltaire happy, I think.
Okay. All right. But I want to experience more horror. Okay, Mass Vigilante.
Weird thing to say.
No, not personally, no. Max, Shang-Chi 2 is starting production, started filming around 2025, and rumors of time travel shenanigans and a rumored appearance of Iron Fist might show up. I hope so. And
That'd be
also
good.
another person of the character in the Eyes of Wakanda spinoff. Your thoughts? I love
Yes.
Shang-Chi is one of my favorite MCU movies. It was filmed in all IMAX. If you haven't rewatched on Disney Plus, it's one of the best IMAX enhanced movies on Disney Plus because it's all IMAX. The action's great. I love the character. I love martial arts. I would love to see Iron Fist come back. They're saying that they're going to gender swap Iron Fist to be the girl from the Iron Fist series. I forget her name. I like the actress.
Cole Young. She's not gender swap. She's sexual character. So.
Yeah.
Did you like
Mama
the
Bear's
CGI
here.
Who said they're going to gender
What's that?
swap?
Did you like the CGI in that film? It wasn't bad, right?
No, in Shang-Chi it was pretty good. It was before all the accusations of cheap CGI in MCU. It was before that.
The dragon looked okay at the end there.
And then we'll do one more.
God damn, this guy. Jesus Christ, bro.
Make it a good one.
Well, that's good, Anthony. Don't dude. No, I don't want anyone on the panel to dissuade members from participating in the mailbag. It helps for multiple streams.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. I like it.
Sure. What stuff you like?
Okay, we'll do these last two here. Jacob McKenzie, thoughts on Christopher Nolan's next film might be a remake of 1960s TV series The Prisoner.
That's
I haven't heard
interesting.
that.
That is very interesting.
That's right up Nolan's alley, truthfully. That sounds like a good project for him.
I don't know about that TV series.
It's about a guy in a futuristic prison type of situation, but not a regular
Futuristic prison.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mama got a question for you.
Oh, boy.
All right, hold on. He had already worked on the script several years ago, but had never managed to finish it. The story follows an agent who resigns from his job but is kidnapped to a mysterious seaside village full of captives and constant surveillance.
Jacob needs to get a girlfriend. That is a
Don't
crazy
worry,
ass
Anthony.
thing. Wow.
Well,
That
maybe
is
he
a
has a boring
crazy
girlfriend. So,
ass
did you ever
thing.
think
What?
of that?
Broke Brucifer, what are you talking about, Mama?
No, he's got plenty of money.
No, that broke me emotionally.
Oh, I thought you.
No. Me and Bruce
Financially
are great.
ruined you.
We talk all the time. We talk every day.
Max
We're
Batman.
okay, aren't we, Bruce?
He touched
Aren't
me.
we
He
okay,
touched
Bruce?
me here.
No. No.
Wait, what about Ewan McGregor? Oh, he says he's waiting to be. Okay, sorry, I read ahead.
Zito, be nice. Don't criticize. No member a member crime. Remember that? I think you're the reason I created that role, Zeno. I like that Jacob leaves. Me and Voltaire and Bruce and Taladia and Anthony and the rest of the panel, even though Anthony won't admit it because he's like, oh, all these questions. We've had really great conversations from the mailbag. Okay, so Jacob, yes, we have. No shade on the mailbag. Last question.
And participation, everybody.
Yeah. Last question on the mailbag tonight. Thoughts on he's here. Thanks, I guess, Jacob. Thanks, Jacob. I love you, bro. Don't let Zeno, Zeno, I wish you would leave some comments in there. Actually, now that never mind.
Do you really want Zeno to leave
I do
comments?
not want that
really?
whatsoever.
I like to see him.
Not controversial.
I welcome everybody.
Actual topics, yes. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Thoughts on Ewan McGregor on Obi-Wan season 2? I'm waiting for the call. I would love for. I liked Obi-Wan.
I don't know. I mean,
That's what he said the first time, and it got done. So maybe it'll work again. Who knows?
I mean, what will season 2 be about? I mean, it was still a big time jump. Well, it'll still be a gap between
Yeah.
between I guess.
What is that, Snyder Cut?
And Jacob,
Yeah,
you're one of my
shit.
favorites in the mailbag. Do not let anyone dissuade you from leave. It really helps me out and helps the channel. It's a member's benefit. You support the channel. I love it. Thank you, Jacob.
Yeah. And to Jacob's comment, like so.
Show it again, Christopher.
So Ewan McGregor is tremendous as Obi-Wan. So they can come up with a story. And
one of the best recasts ever.
It is the best read. What's a better recast?
It's still a time gap between the what is it? New Hope, I believe.
Somebody's gonna clip that
killed
out.
canon anyway, Anthony. So who
Can't
cares?
remember.
If I was yes, thank you. Look at that.
Not you.
Isaac and Jacob are awesome. Thank you, Ray.
Who's to say Obi-Wan didn't go visit Yoda before he died? You know what I mean? They could do all kinds of.
Yeah.
If I was Lucasfilm right now, let's end on this. If I was Lucasfilm right now, I would announce at Star Wars Celebration Japan that you got the director of Godzilla -1 for a project, whether it's a TV series, special presentation, or theatrical release. Progress on Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron, because I don't think Rey is going to be in. I think Rey is going to eventually come out, but I think they're reworking it. I have enough there to speculate that. The Mandalorian movie, and then also Obi-Wan season 2, and then I would make trend by saying, and we brought Samuel L. Jackson back for Mace Windu. That's what I would present to the public. I would bring back Mace.
She'll never do
Boom. What would you?
She'll never do that, and you're not getting Godzilla -1 director. I'm telling you, they're too inept over there.
Okay. Well, what would you do? That's my question for everyone as we go out. Bruce, what would you like to see at Star Wars Celebration Japan?
I would like to see them say we're scrapping all Star Wars projects and we're starting over with High Republic. We're getting away from Skywalker and everything to do with Skywalker's legacy and everything. We're going back to the High Republic era. Let's go.
I don't like your take.
Why not?
I would like the High Republic, but I want to see these other projects. Who wants to go next? Anthony, Taladia. Anthony, do you have what would you like to see at Star Wars Celebration in Japan? I think it's going to be 2026. Okay.
I don't think Anthony's there.
Okay, so go ahead.
Taladia.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, now he's here. Okay, all right, go ahead, Anthony.
I wouldn't mind if they announced the director of Godzilla if he were ever to do a Star Wars movie. Obi-Wan season 2, I take it on whatever timeline they do. There's still, I think there's still a time gap between the movies, so you could do it. Waste Windu show would be dope. I think that would be dope. But
that would break the internet.
But yeah, I don't care if it's
animated.
animated.
Samuel L. Jackson to announce it.
I don't care if it's live action or animated, whatever. I watch it anytime. That would be dope, man. That's it. And maybe the Patty update and stuff. Yeah, I'll be up for that.
All right, Taladia, go. What would you want to see from Star Wars at Star Wars Celebration Japan 2026? I think. I don't even think they've been in that Japan yet for Celebration.
I would like to see video games. That's the big thing for me. It's like they need to show something big there. I mean, with the recent, them canceling the Mandalorian video game, they need something big, to kind of get the fans back on side for that in the video game world.
Yeah, typical EA at its finest.
Yeah, typical EA at its finest, yes. And I would like to see the movie.
Movie.
out and pay off that Rogue One, you know, Darth Maul. I would like to see a Darth Maul film. That's what I would like to see.
Oh, Zeno, you're an ass. Okay, Voltaire.
I would announce Obi-Wan season 2 with Samuel L. Jackson and Liam Neeson as a ghost and Yoda. Okay, I would do that. Yes, I would announce that. Hey, everybody, get over this. We're going to recast Luke Skywalker, and we're going to tell some stories with Luke Skywalker and this.
Of course, you would say that.
And this new Han Solo post Return of the Jedi. So get ready for that. And we're going to do some High Republic stuff. I'd have treatsies ready for all of them. I get the writer's room going on it properly, and I have everybody pumped and hyped. And I'd make Disney money hand over fist.
What about fisting?
I'm not into it.
Isaac says be news of Rogue Squadron, James Mangold Star Wars movie. Yes, treatsies. More member berries. Like to see Godzilla Jedi Knight. I think that's good. I would love a in Star Wars kaiju movie. You know, sorry, Voltaire. I would love a Star Wars like a big monster in Star Wars.
Yeah, they could do it with what they introduced in Mandalorian season 3. They really could do a kaiju movie. Remember that thing in the water? It was gigantic, right? They've got this guy. If they're going to use him, that's where they use him. What's that thing called again? What do they call that Mandalorian giant monster? The
Rancor?
No. The thing underwater, the thing that Boba Fett in the original cartoon rode. What's it called again? It's like it's got a silly name. Does nobody remember?
I don't remember. No.
Dang, it's gonna bother me. I gotta Google that. Hang on a second.
Mythosaur.
Batman versus Vader.
Mythosaur, that's it. And if you remember how big it is, like when she was swimming by its eye, she was like tiny. It's literally a kaiju. So they've got this guy, and he went to see Dave Filoni. You know what I mean? So, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
but how would that fit into Star Wars?
They're gonna have that Mythosaur. Why'd they introduce it in season 3?
That was just to get her to cleansed all her sins.
Okay, I'm just saying if you want a kaiju story in Star Wars, they have laid the groundwork for it right then and there.
Special present. Hear about this. Here we go. Like Marvel did special presentation with Werewolf by Night, special presentation Mythosaur.
Gosh.
With the director of Godzilla -1.
Nope.
Exclusive to Disney Plus.
Nope.
Boom.
Wow, that would be great.
This is why Max is not ahead of a studio.
Are you seriously saying that would be a bad idea?
Are you really giving me Grace Randolph face right now?
Yeah, why are you shaking your head like
wow.
Okay, I want to get through the rest of the panel from Bruce's horrible take. Taladia.
Yeah.
Are you buying what I'm selling? Special presentation. It doesn't have to be a movie length, Werewolf by Night type project with Godzilla -1 with the Mythosaur. You're already doing a Mandalorian movie.
No, I would not buy that. No.
What?
Thank you, Taladia. Having sense.
Voltaire, Anthony, what do you think? Special presentation Mythosaur.
Whatever. I'm just like
whatever.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Wow.
Yeah, I did.
Voltaire.
So I'm the idea of kaiju in Star Wars was never a thing for me, but they've introduced it, and I love kaiju films. I'm a sucker for kaiju films. So yeah, as a Disney special presentation, I think that's a really good way to use it.
You dick. Sandworms.
Everyone's ready. Yeah, we are ready to go to bed. I got to be real. I stretched the stream to get to the 3-hour mark. Sorry, not sorry.
No,
I need.
You're right.
So,
Right when he's close streaming.
Isaac says, should they fire the director of the Ray movie? She's going to talk that a new director should make movie.
I don't care.
Yes,
Don't
get rid of her.
Don't care.
Please.
Don't care.
I don't say get rid of her, but it really has to be a slam dunk. I wouldn't be surprised if she was. I don't think she'd be fired. I think she'd just be replaced and say, "Oh, we need to rework." I'm selling stuff on eBay.
They should get Ron Howard's daughter in there.
You know.
All right, 3 hours.
All right, let me do the
9:54.
By the time the intro goes,
that outro.
There you go. Now you can.
Boo.
Good night and good luck, everyone.